Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Only a Carpathian would come back to life now and choose New York. Tasty pick. Bonehead.
We were every bit the force. We live, we breathe, we sweat, we paid the price to be the best. Never been about the boys in the office. The boys that have gone out there night in, night out, doing everything they could to be the very best at what they chose to do in their life. Those boys are here tonight.
Well, I must have been away too long because my feelings are dead. I feel no remorse.
I only am who I am because I was born that way. I have a gift, and I am trying to not be selfish about it, but to use it.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge. And at least once a day, retiring to the men's room so I can jerk off while I fantasize about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Grab a dog. I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Sometimes shit happens, someone has to deal with it, and who are you going to call?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a school. Well, let me tell a joke.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Howdy, hey, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place, a sweet home, Chicago. Well, what I want is 2, 6 and 2 is 8. Come on, baby, don't you make me laugh. Baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Oh, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Chicago. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, my sweet home, Chicago.
It's the Ron and Fez show. Yeah, Earl's excited. He will have a black Super Bowl coach.
There's no way out of it, is there?
There's no way out of it.
Damn.
Well, my prediction right now, it's the end of white coaches. As we know it, there will be no more white coaches in the NFL.
Wah, 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 wah.
Sweet home Chicago, it sounds like you've already got a pick, girl.
I'm starting to lean that way. The early line is only 7 points. I might go with the dog.
7 is gigantic for a Super Bowl.
Might go with the dog.
7 is very, very big for a Super Bowl.
It's really huge. I thought this might be a 3.5 point spread to open with.
I don't even think that would have been out of character for it. It's the Ron and Fez show. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. It's not like the Bears looked like shit yesterday and somehow backed into this. They look like animals out there. But 7 points. 2 decent games yesterday. Actually, the second game was an absolute classic. And the first game, not as bad as people are letting on.
No, not nearly as bad as the score was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game up until like the last 6 minutes. The pass that actually broke them, and then after that they started going on 4th and 40, and they just, pretty much gave up on it. But it was a decent weekend. I don't know how the Super Bowl is going to be, but 7 points? What do they know that we don't, Fez?
Yeah, somebody's not too confident in one of these teams.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, Fezzy, picking the Pats. Come on, buddy. Come on, they're up 20-3, and you have to pick the Pats.
And you know what? I'm watching a game with Fez, and Jinxie McDoom says this to me. Well, it looks like I broke my streak. And at the moment he says that, all of a sudden, Indiana starts to drive.
Yeah, then it just, 18 unanswered points and everything, and then beyond that, then just stay tight.
It is an amazing thing that you at least went 0 for 6 in the last 6 games, which is just phenomenal. I mean, to me, every bit as impossible as going 6-0. It really, you are Mr. Imperfect. And at some point, you probably should feel proud of that.
It's hard to feel proud of it. I mean, I have not picked one playoff game right. If I had been right, it'd be Dallas, Kansas City in the Super Bowl right now.
Well, Danny, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Yeah.
I got a spy report.
Spy report.
Give it to me, Danny.
Yeah, Bill Parcells has announced his retirement. I guess you got your dream of no white coaches in the NFL stuff.
It is going that way. I think that he will be replaced. My spies tell me, and here's a spy report.
Spy report.
With Rerun. Rerun is replacing Bill Parcells.
Well, if he can work with Jerry Jones, good. Best of luck to him.
So Bill Parcells is going to retire again for what? For another year and a half?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he'll decide, you know what, I really want to this is the perfect opportunity.
Then he'll do that. I think I'm going to Tampa and then pull the rug out from underneath them. Hey, Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, buddy, what can we do for you?
Hey,
what's the big deal with the black coach? If he gets you there, he gets you there.
Well, they're very, very proud, are they not? Both coaches made a big deal about being African Americans, and it seemed like, Fuzzy, maybe it was my imagination, but I thought we were beyond the first black to do something. You know, even Obama. Enough with the, you know, we've had other black people run for president. Why do we have to stop and say it's an African American, Earl?
Because it was such a big issue in the NFL that there was a lack of black coaches, there were a lack of black GMs, there was just, and now to have not one.
But that was a long time ago that those stories went around. It was like the 70s and 80s, right?
Yeah, but I mean, but as recently as, a couple of years ago, they had to put a rule in that you had to at least interview minority candidates for head coaching and GM positions.
But we have that in every other job. What's the big deal? Every job out there, you got to make sure that it's equal opportunity.
Yeah, but the NFL was kind of the last. They were lagging behind with it. And now to have two black coaches in the Super Bowl, it's phenomenal.
But is it phenomenal, or have these guys already been established? No one's ever said a bad word about Tony Dungy or that he can't do the job for over a decade. Why are we making a big deal out of it? That's what I think it should be out there. It's seen. The people who want to think about it can think about it. But to every interview, oh, this is great for African Americans. I think every time that you stop, it keeps it from being great. Every time you point it out.
One thing we haven't heard yet is that it's Art Shell and Dennis Green getting fired. First time two African American coaches fired in the same year.
Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
I'm with Ronnie on this one. I really don't see why they're making a big deal out of it. On ESPN, everywhere, they're talking about, quarterback, Peyton Manning, and then all of a sudden Shannon Sharp or one of those guys just has to come in with the African American coach thing. I mean, they're just coaches in my eyes.
But both coaches have brought this up. I love you a little even more than Tony Dungy, but both coaches every time have kind of gone out of their way to say it's wonderful to be the African American coach. And Earl, you're just beaming today.
Oh, it's the Brother Bowl. How can you not? How can you not be happy?
Now it's the Brother Bowl, Fezzy. Now it's eclipsed the Super Bowl.
It's the thing. It's the Colts offense got them in this thing. The Bears defense got them in this thing,
and the coaches as well. Everybody's involved in it, but it's not. I don't know. I think it. If you're acting like, oh, we're making progress, to call it the Brother Bowl pulls back a little bit from progress. That starts to make it sideshow.
Well, it's kind of demeaning to the coaches, I think, where it's like these two guys, despite every obstacle in their way, were able to make it to the Super Bowl. Instead of like, no, these are good coaches and the best teams went.
Jameson, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. I just want to add to what Fez said. Chris Carter and Collinsworth and all those guys that do the NFL show, Chris Carter said, yeah, and two African-American coaches could potentially be in the Super Bowl. And Collinsworth said, yeah, and two of them just got fired. Why aren't we talking about that when we talk about race?
So you're saying Collinsworth's kind of a racist like Fez?
Yeah, he's
all right. Racist. That's good. You know what I want to do? I want to have race report. Every time we catch somebody doing racist, whether it's a Fez, a Collinsworth, any of those folks, I like to look into it. So, Earl, you were only rooting along Coach race line?
Well, it was a lot more than that. Dungy, I just wanted to see Dungy finally get into the Super Bowl.
But are you going with Chicago because he's darker than Dungy? Is that your criteria? May the darkest coach win.
What's that going to prove to anybody? I'm sure these two are trying to find a way to get Herm Edwards in this, too.
Dre, you're on Ron and Fez. Dre.
Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? Ron, man, I'm really disappointed to hear what you're saying, man. Usually I agree with, everything you say, but, the black coaches in the Super Bowl is a huge issue. It was just a couple years ago that, they were really dealing with the small amount of black coaches, period. I mean, Lovie Smith and the guy over in Cincinnati were a couple of the few first coaches, period. And it's a big thing to be proud of your coaches coming in, and not only coming in, but being successful. There were not many black coaches, period. And
well, really, to me, this has a lot more to do with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is really all these coaches that you're talking about, at least three of them right now, are Dungy's guys.
Yeah,
it's all coming out of Tony Dungy.
Dungy's becoming a new Holgram or Bill Walsh, where it's his family tree.
Yeah, but he should win at some point then.
Oh,
before you're actually.
The benefit, I mean, the black coaches, I mean, it's just one thing where in any group of people, man, when you have success, there's a lot of things that people do wrong. I mean, black people get called on for their OJs and this and that of the world. It's great to have some people that have made it to the top of their tree. And, I think it's beautiful to just recognize it. And Dungy didn't pay too much attention to it. When they asked him about it, he said, this is about Indianapolis and our city right now. And I
it's probably more a reflection of the sports media, which, let's face it, is so fucking heavy-handed. There's nothing subtle about these guys. So every time that they try to point it out, it comes out sounding even more awkward.
Yep. All right, guys.
All right, Trey. Thanks, buddy. All right, Earl, so you're in a happy mood today.
Oh, I'm in a very good mood. There's nobody loses in this thing where it's like there's somebody's
one
going.
Of the teams is going to.
Someone
lose.
is going. We will have that first black coach to win a Super Bowl
and the first black losing coach ever. So I'm going to put it this way: one of these black coaches should be fired, Earl.
I don't want to say fired. I mean, they made it to the biggest game of the year, the pinnacle of professional football.
Fezzy, I'm gonna ask you a favor this year.
Oh, okay.
Do not bet the Super Bowl. Do not give out your favorite. It's really not fair.
Why can't I bet the Super Bowl? Everyone else gets to make a pick.
Look what you've done. You are so fucking great at picking the losers. And by the way, Boston hates you today, as well they should. There was no reason for you to jinx that team. No reason for you to give your opinion.
I wasn't the one that blew an 18-point lead.
In a way, it seems like you were, though, just by picking them. 0 for 6, the last 6 games? It's fucking astronomical to be able to pull that off.
I'm really due. And the Super Bowl's my last chance to get to redeem myself.
BJ, you're in Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yeah.
I would like to bring up and say it's more about the white community, the white media that's bringing this up. I mean, ESPN, they are owned by, the headcasters, they're all white. You do have the Michael Irvins, and, they're just saying a little thing, but it's really the white media trying to make a big deal out of nothing. I mean,
BJ, this shakes us to our white cores. We do not know what to do now. The game, at the very least, we gave up having superior athletic skills decades ago. One thing we thought we had was the ability to make decisions. That's all gone.
That's true. That's true. But the big deal is, y'all see the Reggie Bush taunting Brian Urlacher? They act like, he put a middle finger in them. I mean, they're just going crazy about that, aren't they?
Yeah, at what point are you allowed to start taunting? They love taunting if the play is over, but if he points before... to me, the taunt was, you're not going to catch me. That was the only big taunt. That, to me, is less obnoxious than acting like you've had a baby in the end zone.
And Reggie Bush has apologized for his somersault into the end zone and his taunting of Urlacher.
Well, Urlacher will come to his house and kill him. Urlacher is the Terminator. Urlacher is frightening. Hey, it's Jay Moore. How are you, Jay?
Hiya, boys.
Hey, buddy.
I got to tell you, I talked to the Midnight Rider. He was screening the calls.
Yeah.
He caught me off guard, man. I didn't realize he was also a phone screener. I didn't know.
Yes, the Midnight Rider also screens the calls.
And I will say, I listened all last week, and I have to say the Midnight Rider is probably who I enjoy most on radio in the history of my radio listening career.
All right, now speaking of which, could you please get a hold of Opie and get this thing back together?
What thing?
Whatever reason that you dodged those guys when you were in town, you just really need to stop by or call or say hi.
Well, I'm not up that early, that's all.
Oh, come on.
That's not it.
Come on. You were here on the East Coast.
Yeah, and I got up at, I ran around Central Park, and then I walked into your studio.
Jay, something's going on. Something is going on.
Yeah, you know what's going on?
Yeah.
They're on at fucking 6 in the morning. That's what's going on.
I don't know, buddy.
I'm banging Bush all night.
I wish you'd pick up the phone. I wish you'd swing by
next time I'm up at 5 a.m. on the West Coast, I'll call them.
All right. By the way, did you know that you put Eastside Dave in the hospital? Were you aware of all that?
Eastside Dave put Eastside Dave in the hospital. I mean, you can get pepper sprayed with fucking police mace. You don't have to go to the hospital, let alone for getting hot sauce on your anus.
No, I have to agree with that, too. You get sprayed in the eyes. It doesn't put you in the hospital. Why does a little hot sauce on his ass put him in the hospital?
I know why. Because he went home and let a fucking dog chew it out.
Maybe.
That was uncalled for.
Yeah, it was, but that could have happened.
But it's insane that something that you're able to eat, take inside your body, can't be on the outside of your body.
It doesn't make sense.
It just, yeah.
I don't know, but I'm glad he's gone because it made room for the Midnight Rider.
Well, everybody loves the Rider. I'm not going to lie.
I got to meet this guy. Like, he sounds like a real Cape Crusader type guy.
Yeah, he is. He's amazing. Everybody loves the Rider.
I got to tell you guys, when I came into studio and met you, that was one of the best times I've ever had. It was really great.
Thanks. We had a lot of fun, too. I just wish you would give O&A a call.
When you let it go?
I'm just, saying. It would be nice.
Come to me on my daughter's wedding day.
It would be nice. It would be just, I want everybody to be nice together. Do you have any money on the games yesterday, Jay?
What?
Do you have any money down on the games?
No, but this is good with the black head coaches, and I like how... This is what's good about the two black head coaches in the Super Bowl. I didn't realize it until they said it on the radio. And I went, oh, wow, that's right. That's pretty cool. And for every black caller that calls and says, yeah, it's not a big deal to us. It's the media. It's the media. Don't act that way because you'd be doing somersaults in the streets if we did make a big deal out of it. Just enjoy it. Like, I'm amazed that 3 out of 4 of the black callers are going, well, yeah, we don't really care. It's just that ESPN's making a big deal about it. You care. And don't act like you're mad because this is what the black people are really bothered about. They have 2 black head coaches in the Super Bowl, and they're whiter than you and I. Tony Dungy's like the nerdy guy from the Humpty Dance, and Lovie Smith sounds like Thurston Howell.
I would like to see them break off a spoon, put it on the end of Tony Dungy's nose, and see if he can do the Humpty Dance.
He can do it.
Yeah.
And Lovie Smith sounds like Tony Gwynn. He's got one of those Tony Gwynn. Hi, I'm Lovie Smith, and you're watching the NFL Network.
Hey, 7 points. Doesn't it seem like a lot, Jay?
Yeah, that's bizarre. The Culture giving 7?
Yep.
Yeah, on a neutral site, certainly. I would be all over that.
I mean, we're saying neutral site, but more people from Chicago are going to show up. There's more money in Chicago, more aggressive people to get tickets. By the way, what is weirder than the Indianapolis fans? That the fact that everybody who said, let's owe this up to God, and there was a giant pop every single time, like everybody went crazy for any mention of God.
The Indianapolis Colts, that stadium, that is the whitest out of all the football teams in the league. That crowd is the whitest.
Well, they wear overalls.
It's got to be like when you go to a Sacramento Kings game. Inside, it's like a crazy. Back in the day, it was the Cow Palace, and it was crazy, and it was cowbells, and you could beat the Lakers and be in first place. And then you leave the building and you're in fucking Sacramento, and you just go, oh.
Yeah, that's got to be tough. That's got to be tough once you pull out of there.
I'll drop Opie a line, and I didn't know there was anything wrong with anything.
No, I don't think there is. I think, some of his guys would think it would be nice if you get a hold of them.
Does Opie have guys, or are they kind of like just followers?
Come on, please. Don't be like
I'm being serious.
Please.
Can I talk to the Midnight Rider?
I don't know where the Rider is right now.
Put him on the air to talk about these football games. What's like, because he's like the rootinest, tootinest guy on the show.
All right, hold on for a second, though, because we got a call from Eastside Dave. Eastside Dave's back at his house calling. Hey, Dave.
Yeah. Hi, Ron. How are you? I was just listening to the show. Yeah, all right. Well, Mr. Hollywood, I have a couple 2 cents for you, Mr. Hollywood. Now, first of all, it was my fault that my asshole got burned. Unless I have 2 extra arms attached to my body, I don't recall putting the hot sauce down my ass. I recall Mr. Hollywood, Mr. Jerry Maguire, Jay Moore putting the hot sauce down there. What? Not true. I saw it on the YouTube, and I had to watch the YouTube because I was in so much pain I had blacked out from what you did to me. I hope.
See, this is why you're not with us anymore, Dave. This is why you've been replaced.
I've been reported. Thumbs down, thumbs down. I'm on the freeway with my thumbs down. People are looking at me funny. Oh, you stink.
You're getting booed by Jay Moore.
That's rough.
I tell him. You tell him, Franco Harris.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, what?
You're not with the show anymore. I got to let you go. This is really just a place for employees. That's the only time. That's the only people I can have time for.
Well, that sullied everything, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. I know that the Midnight Rider is busy over there, Earl, but could you send them in here? Could you send the Midnight Rider in very quick to me?
Jay Moore wants to talk to him.
I couldn't believe how much Fez loved Big Ed. I just tuned in.
Yeah.
I think it was Friday or Thursday, and out of nowhere, Fez is just saying, I want to massage his neck and his back. And
that was embarrassing.
That was under hypnosis.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, how's it going, Mr. J. Moore? Mr. Day, it's such a pleasure to talk to a celebrity of your status, Daddy.
Yay!
The rider sees a lot of sunsets, the rider sees a lot of clouds, Daddy, but the rider doesn't see a lot of stars except for fallen stars over the Grand Canyon. So to talk to a genuine superstar such as yourself, even bigger star than superstar Billy Graham, to talk to someone of your caliber, Mr. J. Moore, tickles the Midnight Rider. I say thank you, sir. It's an honor and a pleasure to meet and speak with you, Daddy. And anytime you want to go rolling, you want to go bowling, you want to put on your oogly boogly shoes, then you call me and you call Miss Sapphire, and we will party with you like it's Y2K, Daddy.
All right, that's enough. Woo! Sapphire, you going out with these guys?
Sapphire, what are you doing, Sapphire?
My name is Earl, and I'm not going out with these guys.
My sweet, sweet Sapphire, and Mr. J. Moore of celebrity status, and the person himself, Midnight Rider, on a three-way party, baby.
Earl, why do you have to wreck it, man? Just be Sapphire.
Just roll with it.
Good point.
The rest of us do.
Get your Oogie Boogie shoes on.
Yeah.
I got no Oogie Boogie left, and I'm not a middle-aged black woman.
Yeah, you are.
You're certainly middle-aged. That's one thing you are, Daddy. Old Man River.
That hurts.
Earl walks like he's got giant, heavy tits on him, though. Doesn't he, with that weird little hunch he has?
It seems like there's a hot corn cob in his ass at all times. There's something wrong with his legs and back.
It's like he hurt his back on the turnbuckle from the Midnight Rider.
Well, my sweet, sweet Sapphire's not sleeping well these days, and that's why he has been called the Noon Arriver. Today he showed up at 11:47, Daddy. But that's okay, Sapphire. That's okay. It's about your inner dream, Sappy.
You know what, Sapphire? I did get a call from you today. 2 minutes till the show starts.
Yes,
Why was he there so early?
Yeah, that is early for him. That's early for the Noon Arriver.
Who does he think he is, Ron?
Yeah.
I was on the train today coming into work. I'm standing there on the train. There's no seats. I turn around to look to see if, and I've already passed one stop. So I've been on there for a good 3 minutes. I turn around and look. Earl is sitting there right behind me, never even said hello to me as I got on the train.
Sure, he's hiding.
And taking up 3 seats. I am not lying. He's basically laid out across an entire bench.
But I was in the middle seat. I didn't even see you. I only saw you from the back.
Still not sleeping, Sapphire?
Yes, I'm still not sleeping, and my name is not Sapphire.
Why wouldn't you say hello to me?
You still having your bad dreams?
Oh, yeah. Worse than ever.
What are you dreaming of?
Well, they're just really abstract now. There's like pieces of my childhood coupled with things that make absolutely no sense at all.
Maybe you got raped like Oprah.
No, I did not get raped like Oprah.
You want to hear the dream I had last night, Ronnie?
Yeah.
I had a dream I got caught with drugs, and then I tested positive for syphilis. And that was like a violation of some weird law that no one knows, and I lost custody of my kid. I went to jail. I got to visit Cox. I said, Nikki, not Fez's kind.
Right.
And I said, but I don't have syphilis because I've never cheated. I've only had sex with one woman in 3 years. And she was like, I don't know. So they put me in jail, and then I'm in a plane going to a different jail, and the plane crashes. And then I get out of the plane to save somebody after it crashes, and a fucking dog runs out and bites me.
Wow.
That's like
it's
wow.
all the bad things.
You think, Fez?
Yes.
You think that's all the bad things? Captain Obvious? Sapphire, why don't you steal this dream for your own tonight, since you never have your own material?
I woke up in the best mood I've been in since I was in studio with you. It's been a big lull in my life since I left your studio.
You know why you were in a good mood? Because you got out of that fucking jam you were in over the night. I love when you wake up with a nightmare and go, okay, it's not true. I didn't fucking kill anybody. This is perfect.
See, that's looking at the glass half full, Ronnie B. I don't see why Sapphire can't understand. These are only dreams that's going on.
Right.
When he wakes up, he's not falling from a burning bridge.
Right.
He's not rosing around with a money pony. Instead,
Right.
these are dreams. He has a great job. He's on XM. He's on a free show that I've heard about. Wake up and realize you are the producer of the year of 2006. Get the golden dream straight forward and be positive, Daddy.
That's true, Earl.
How'd you find out about producer of the year there, Ryder?
Earl, you want to have the job load taken off you? Because it's too much. If you can't show up on time anymore, it's too much to have two.
I mean, well, it was the one time I called
Throw a dart. Whatever one it hits, that's your show.
Please miss
I'm
both.
going to blindfold you and have you throw a dart.
I'm just going through a rough patch right now with the dreams, and it's just a little abstract right now, and it keep me awake. They wake me up every hour.
You know what I do, Sapphire, when I want to get rid of my bad dreams? I count sheep. And I go, there's one Willy going over the fence. There's two Willies going over the fence. And what happens is, Sappy, soon you'll be dreaming about sheep, Daddy, and being on the Great Plains of Kansas City.
Hey, let me ask you, Ryder, do you wear a sleep mask? Is that something you need at night?
Yes, I do. I need to remain mysterious and from parts unknown.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
All right, buddy. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Let the blackest coach win. It's the Brother Bowl.
All right, peace out.
Sapphire.
Last time, my name is Earl, not Sapphire.
What are you talking about, Sappy? You are my sweet, sweet Sapphire.
Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Headline News actually reported it this morning as being the Soul Bowl.
The Soul Bowl used to be that game that they played in Florida.
Oh, yeah, it was like Florida A&M against Miami? No,
it was
against
another one of the black schools.
Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, Daytona Beach's own Bethune-Cookman, which was two black schools, and they would have a bowl game every year. And basically, it was the scariest game of all time, where the only safe place not to get hurt was on the field. You really would rather be tackled than anything that could have on your way to get a hot dog.
And then marching bands were just insane. It was like the movie Stomp or something.
Let me go let me hear Richard. Richard, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, I'd like to get Earl's opinion about, he's talking about how proud he is today and beaming with the black pride, and there's nothing against that, but I want to get his personal opinion on labels, because whether it's the word Negro, colored, black, African-American, would Earl want his radio peers to look at him and say, hey, there's Earl, a great radio producer, or there's Earl, a great black or African-American radio producer, because as long as you use that label, you're giving yourself an out not to be treated equal.
Well, Earl, are you the first major African-American producer in, let's say, Shock Jock Radio, the history of Shock Jock Radio?
I can't even think of any before me. And maybe I am. I'm not even sure. But I mean, if I am,
you feel like you've broken something and now you've opened the doors for other.
Oh, definitely. I feel like I open up a door, paving a way, so to speak.
Paving a way for other kids to come in late and leave early.
Well, I don't come in late and I don't leave early.
You paved the way by automatically. You can't hide your color. It's automatically shown. So what should be important to you is people to respect you on the same level as any other producer that's ever done the job. People have eyes. They already know that you're a man of color or whatever. It's not something that
we can tell by the workload that you've accomplished.
No, but regarding the going back to the coaches thing, I mean, I think it's an amazing achievement. Less than 3 years ago, we had so few black coaches. It was a major issue in the NFL to the point where they had to actually put in a rule that you had to interview black
Earl, what did we just say? We've already discussed that. We've had that same rule in the rest of society for the past 30 years. It's the equal opportunity employer. It's not some big fucking rule that has anything to do with the NFL. Every place has that. Wiki has it. That's how we got you.
Yes, I understand
The
that.
Halle Berry of radio. You're kicking down doors, baby.
I understand that, though, but I mean...
Do you forget that we have these conversations and that we meet them and then we move on? Or is it Groundhog's Hour for you, where every hour has to repeat itself? Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Yeah,
We'll definitely get on that.
But going back to the black head coaches, I don't know. I'm very proud of it. I think it's an amazing achievement.
You've told us. Why, though? That's what we don't understand. Robin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I want to vote Earl off the show because, you know, as bad as everybody didn't like Eastside Dave,
hated him.
That guy he was a goer, man. He would do whatever the show required. Earl does nothing. He won't get hypnotized. He won't let anybody call him other than anything but Earl. You know, and now you got the Midnight Rider. This guy, you got some goers on that show, but Earl, he hangs everybody back.
That's true. You know, one thing, Earl, at least before, you were almost there step for step with Dave. But now with the Midnight Rider, you've been left behind.
It's hard to keep step with a guy. I can't even look in the man's eyes, more or less, 9 times out of 10. He's got that damn
Don't look
mask
into
on.
my eyes, Sapphire. Look into my soul. And match me with your heart. That's where we need to be, baby.
True.
It's not about physical. It's about the inner strength. How many times do I need to say it, Sappy?
Won't you be brother? Big brother.
It's a Big Brother update.
Trying to find out what's going on inside the house, Fezzy. Here's Andy Mike. Hey, Andy Mike.
Afternoon, guys.
Hey, pal.
There's absolutely nothing going on inside the house.
Oh, geez. Well, all right.
Don't know we're on next season yet either.
Thanks for checking in, though.
Actually, I just really want to ask Fez to please not pick the Colts.
I want you to stay away from the bet altogether, Fez.
But it's the Super Bowl. It's the biggest game of the year.
Keep it to yourself, whatever it is, and you come back and tell us that Monday. I just don't want to do it. It's just not fair.
I mean, I know it's 2 weeks until the game, but I already know who I think is going to pull this off.
I don't want you to do it.
Oh, hey, Ron?
Yeah.
Could you have Earl play Little Green Apples like tomorrow to start the show? That's the only song I can think of that has Indianapolis on it.
That is true. Where they somehow rhyme Indianapolis with Little Green Apples. Who did that show? Some hack.
I don't know.
Who did that song?
Roger Miller.
No, there was a guy like who I can't think of who it was. It was one of those like 70s variety show guys.
I don't know. I just looked at it. Was it Mac Davis?
Mac Davis probably wrote it.
Okay.
Who, by the way, is in the greatest football movie of all time, North Dallas 40.
Oh.
He plays the quarterback in it. You're from Indianapolis, Mike?
I'm actually exactly halfway between Indianapolis and Chicago, and I was a fan of Chicago in '85, but that was just a couple years after the Colts came to Indy, and so as the Bears kind of fell apart at the end of the, after '85, Peyton left, and I kind of started not becoming much a fan of them and started to like the Colts, so I've switched
over. Now, what
over.
year did the Colts come to Indianapolis?
It was '82 or '83.
Wow, has it been that long?
I would have guessed maybe 93.
Yeah.
95.
They didn't do a whole lot for the first 12, 13 years.
So the town must be just going crazy, finally getting over this hump.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this, though. Peyton doesn't win this. Is he still a loser?
He's still a loser. He still hasn't won the big one.
What do you think, Andy Mike?
He's not a loser in our minds. We still love the guy. He can do no wrong. I mean,
Miami feels the same way about Dan Marino, but guess what? He's a loser.
Yeah.
What do you think, Earl?
Oh, yeah.
Has he got to win it?
He's got to win it now. He absolutely has to win this thing now because all you have to do is win that one game, and then your place in history is set. So he has to win it because he's no better than Marino if he doesn't win the Super Bowl.
What a sad thing to be said. You're no better than Dan Marino. Perhaps the greatest quarterback of all time, but he never got that ring. He's still a loser.
How about Boomer Esiason talking about Peyton Manning having to win the big one, and then while Dan Marino's sitting there, Boomer compares him to A-Rod instead of Dan Marino, when Dan Marino is the obvious comparison.
Oh, yeah, that is true. He did. He went and made an A-Rod loser thing. Marino doesn't move. Doesn't even do a, hey, what about me? What is this, a fucking weak shot at me? Poor bastard. You must have went crazy yesterday with that comeback, Mike.
Yeah, we were, and we're planning on having a big Super Bowl party next week from Sunday. It's going to be, it's pretty wild. I'm waiting to see. As I said, I'm exactly halfway between Chicago and Indianapolis, so I'm kind of curious to see if there's going to be any media covering that little angle.
All right, here is the... Actually, they ought to play it at Notre Dame. That's just about halfway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right there.
It's kind of, a little bit out of the way, a little bit, but, for all intents and purposes, yeah.
All right, let's go over this, because every year at the Super Bowl, I like to eat the foods of the cities. So Chicago, very, very easy. We got deep dish, we got Chicago dogs, we got the sausages. You could go on with Chicago. You could do barbecue. We're in a big problem. I have no idea what comes out of Indianapolis.
I don't know either.
Is it a corn dog?
No.
What are they known for?
Seems about right.
I don't. That's why I said with the song, I got nothing for you. What do you play for a song with an Indiana theme? I mean,
how big is that city?
Oh, it's a big city. I mean, relatively speaking. I mean, like I said, it's. I couldn't give you a population though.
All right.
I don't know.
All right, Indy,
I'll
best
get all
of
that
luck to you,
information,
buddy. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Until your team gets in the Super Bowl, you don't know real pain, though. The next week will be fun, and then the anxiety will build, and right up to that game, people that have a team in it, heart attacks happen all over the cities. It's just too much to bear. It's too much for anyone to put up with.
I couldn't stand it. When my favorite team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, went, I couldn't take it. That last few days of the week. You're right with the bye week. That week off.
You're all happy.
Yeah, you do get some relief, and you're just still taking it in that they've gone to the Super Bowl. But the pressure just mounts. I mean, I was in churches praying. I was just wandering the streets.
The day of the game, because it's such a late start, Fezzi, for some reason, goes to Teddy Roosevelt's house and prays there for strength, and then comes to my house later. And you brought your whatever measures your... What was it, your heart, or what the hell did you have with you?
Oh, my blood pressure cuff, my blood pressure machine.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And not just Fez. All the men were off the fucking charts. Yeah. Every man was just totally fucking freaked out.
I mean, my blood pressure was just pumping, days before the game. I was just walking around with a bright red face. I couldn't take the pressure because I didn't know what I was going to do if they lost. I didn't know what I was going to do with myself.
Bobo wants to tell us the musical stuff. Hey, Bobo.
Yeah, hi, you buddies.
Hey, pal.
The guy who did God Didn't Make Little Green Apples, his name's O.C. Smith.
What else has he done?
He was one of those hack guys who, covered other people's songs. He did, Help Me Make It Through the Night. He looks like Rosie Greer.
Well, who had the hit with it? Was it Mac Davis, though?
No, it was O.C. Smith. It was it was like a top 10 song in the late 60s.
Yeah. I'm thinking probably the 70s. I think Mac Davis had his own show for a while.
Mac Davis had his own show. Tony Orlando did.
Yeah, but Tony Orlando's Spanish. He's not going to sing about Indianapolis. All right, thank you very much, Bobo.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Was it Cher? Are you thinking of Cher right now? Hey, Rocky, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, you guys keep talking about the black head coaches. Where's the black quarterback to win the Super Bowl? When was the last time one of them got it?
Last time, I guess it was your guy, Fezzi.
Doug Williams?
Doug Williams in 7?
Yeah, last one to win it. Steve McNair is gone to the Super Bowl, but didn't win it.
Got to win it.
Yeah.
But winning is all that matters. The whole showing up thing doesn't matter, or we'd still act like Atlanta was interesting. It's so funny when you finish second in the Super Bowl, whether you are a player or the team itself, everything just falls back away. I forgot that Pittsburgh even went in the 90s because they lost.
Oh, yeah, lost to Dallas.
I was trying to figure out everybody that Dallas beat in the Super Bowl, and all I could come up with was the Bills, the fucking poor Bills. And when you said it was the Steelers, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right, because the angle that they kept running with was the coach and his sister. And they somehow the coach, his wife, and her sister, the two blondes. And they kind of made it seem like some kind of sick Western Pennsylvania menage was going down. It was very, very exciting.
Yeah, if you're the losing team, you might as well have not even gone, because you're just erased from everyone's memory banks.
Hopefully at best. At worst, you're, Norwood and the Bills.
Who remembers the Atlanta Falcons?
I know. And the Dirty Bird, or whatever that thing was.
Jamal Anderson. I can't.
Is that what they called it? The Dirty Bird?
Yep, the Dirty Bird.
Dirty Bird with Jamal Anderson.
And that was also a game that wasn't close, right? Just fucking over quick.
Yeah. Denver just went out there and worked on him.
It's terrible when that happens. And I mean, if that second game yesterday was the Super Bowl, that might have been the classic of all time. Everybody would have always been talking about it. And now you got a feeling either Peyton's going to fucking flop or he's going to pick them apart. It's not going to be close. It's going to be one or the other.
We won't get that lucky to have another great game out of these playoffs.
I find myself kind of rooting for Peyton a little bit. Just because even though I've never been a big fan, he's been a great quarterback for so long. He really is good for the game. Tony Dungy, you couldn't find a nicer fucking guy. I might be rooting for those guys.
Tony Dungy, I could definitely root for. Love Tony Dungy. Peyton,
stay out of this, please. Do not get out there and get involved, Fez. We need you to do the right thing here.
Peyton Manning, I love the idea that he just constantly falls down on the job in the playoffs. So I'm just torn there.
Just really never give your opinion. Promise us.
All right, I promise.
Thank you. And not just about that. I mean, don't give your opinion about anything. Things in the news. Yeah, things in the news, things on the show. Don't bring any of it up. Here's Tracy. Tracy.
Hi, I think you gentlemen forgot that the show One Day at a Time was set in Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah, it was, huh?
Yeah, Ann Romano's got to be going crazy today with her team in it.
Now, set in Indianapolis, shot in Los Angeles. It's not like they shot it there. I've never been to Indianapolis. Have you?
I have been to Indianapolis.
What do you think of it? Give me a city it compares to.
I would guess size-wise, looking at it, it looks kind of like Tampa.
Oh. So there's no downtown then.
There's buildings, but nothing that's anything that stood out. I mean, there's the Speedway.
Well, you're saying there's bank buildings.
Exactly. That's Orlando is what it looks like.
So there's a giant theme park that goes on for miles and miles.
No theme park.
What were you doing in Indianapolis, if I may inquire?
I had flown in there to go to a Notre Dame Purdue game.
Okay.
In West Lafayette.
Tracy.
Yes.
All right, take care of your leg. Take care. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Bernie, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I was wondering if anyone caught it. Did you see Boomer Esiason in that hoodie, like with the other newscasters before?
Well, because the other game ran so late, as we turned over just in time for the game to start, I saw him in the hoodie, but I didn't know why.
Exactly. I was like, and then Shannon Sharp of all people was like laughing. I was like, you need to shut up, Shannon. That guy cannot talk nothing.
And you're better. David, you're on the Ron and Fez show. I'm slow. David.
Yeah, the Beach Boys song. Oh, God, dog. Glenn Campbell. He did God Didn't Make Little Green Apples.
He may have covered that as well, and he also had
a variety
70s.
show.
But you're one of the few people who considers him Glenn Campbell of the Beach Boys.
Yeah, former Beach Boy, yeah.
He was with them at one time, Fez.
I had no idea Glenn Campbell was a Beach Boy.
That's because it's about music. But he wasn't one of the original Beach Boys. He was, a touring member of the Beach Boys. And
like John Stamos, he might as well be.
He was the first John Stamos. Only he played guitar. Here's Greg. Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, what's going on?
Yeah.
I just wanted to go over, last time we had the game down here in Miami, I don't know if you guys remember the guy who had won the defensive player, I think Eugene Robinson, for the Falcons. He had won the Morality Player of the Year award. He got picked up by a cop for trying to get a prostitute down on Biscayne Boulevard while his wife and kids were in the hotel.
Yeah, and then he had to come up with something. I was just trying to give her a ride. One of, like, when you keep the lie going and no one believes it.
Here's what I'm telling my wife, so I'm going to tell the media and the police this as well.
Your wife will believe because she wants to. The rest of us don't give a shit. And what is Ron was saying, I was so nervous before the game. I'm driving down the road. I figure if this crackhead will give me fucking head, I'll be able to forget my problems. I think everybody would go, okay, I get it. Best of luck in the big game.
Oh, it is the Super Bowl.
But if I was a cop, I could never fucking bust one of those guys before the game.
You would, no matter what?
No, let it go. I mean, murder, of course. But
Right.
prostitution or dope, you got to be kidding. If anything, I just put in a bet in the other direction if I saw the guy smoking crack. Jeremy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
What is Earl even doing commenting? He knows absolutely nothing about football. He picked Michigan, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it is
He
true.
knows nothing of the game.
Earl, things aren't going your way.
I'm kind of going through who wasn't going with Michigan? They were the number 2 team in the entire season.
When is Sapphire going to climb back up on top, though?
Well, Earl will climb back on top when I can finally get just a decent night's sleep.
But here you had a full weekend off, and you get in here 2 minutes before the show starts.
What? I didn't get in 2 minutes before the show started. I called you 2 minutes before the show started.
By the way, Earl calls me. I'm downstairs. I tell him short opening. He doesn't do that. And, he had crazy fucking thoughts. He was already mumbling. But I get down there. The fire alarm is going off on the first floor. Now, normally I would take my time, but I'm late for the fucking show. Why do our elevators still work in fire alarms?
It shouldn't happen. And if there's a fire in the building, why is the alarm only on one floor?
Well, I guess there is no fire in the building. But there was the alarm going off down there. I don't know whether it was just practicing or whatever. But it's a little fucking annoying to me. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I think Ed Ames did Little Green Apples.
So, Bobo was lying to us?
Yeah, Ed Ames had a hit with early 70s, just like you said.
Wow, not used to Bobo being wrong, Fez.
No, that's usually his expertise there.
Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Little Green Apples hit the charts 3 times. O.C. Smith, Bobby Goldsboro, and Roger Miller. Everybody else might have recorded it.
Bobby Goldsboro was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much. Here is Adam. Adam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I just wanted to say I love your show, for one.
Thanks.
That's one thing. I just want to say, Earl, you need to embrace the Sapphire. You have to embrace your inner Sapphire. You know, follow Midnight Rider's lead.
Earl, I think it would work for you.
No, I'm very comfortable with my own personality and my own...
Are you? You don't sleep. You don't show up for work. You stutter. You say the same phrase over and over. That's not comfortable.
Well, right now, I'm just not.
I'm watching a man drowned in his own fucking aura, in his own blood, in his own skin. You're suffocating in this muck called Earl.
Just look at his body posture.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He's an inch away from the desk. Sit up straight.
Seriously, I have seen rape victims that were more composed and self-confident than you.
Do we have to keep Earl's identity a secret and just call him Jane Doe then?
And you don't want your problems to go away, Sapphire, if you are not willing to work on them. You just can't say, I can't fall asleep. You're going to have to try something. You're going to have to try warm milk, Tylenol PM, petting a puppy. I don't know what it'll take, but it's got to take something.
Well, I've tried going to bed earlier.
Earl.
I'm trying.
I can't hose the cum off you until we run all the DNA test, or we're not going to be able to get these guys.
I have not been raped at all, not as a child and not recently.
Then why do you sit like that?
Were you at a Duke lacrosse party over the weekend?
I was not at a Duke lacrosse party. I'm just going through a rough time right now, a really rough time.
You want to take a couple months off?
I don't want to take a couple. I'm trying to work through this my own way, and I'm just trying to get through this.
Let me see if this cup can fucking produce the show for the next couple months. I'll let this cup take over, see if it can't do just as good a job.
I'm up to the job. I'm Cuppy.
Ron, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I got some suggestions for some food, cover both our cities. You got some ham hocks, some collard greens, maybe some cornbred.
It's not the dirty South. It's Indianapolis. It's fucking, it's the Midwest. They don't eat those foods. Don't try to steal other people's foods.
I think we have to have Wonder Bread for Indianapolis.
And that has to be shipped there, Fez. Right now I'm having a deep dish pizza, the sausages, I'm going for Chicago-style hot dogs, I'm going for barbecue, and then I'm having little green apples. And it just, to me, it seems like a fucking problem.
It seems a little unbalanced against the two teams in that respect.
Let me go to Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yes. Question for Earl. When he says we, does that mean he's the spokesperson for the black man?
Earl, do you feel like you speak for them?
Well, yeah, I kind of feel as though, like, at this particular moment, yeah, I'm speaking for the black community since I'm the only black guy on this floor at the moment, but...
There's black people on this floor. There's black people in those offices over there. The writer saw them moseying on up to their offices today. A lovely black woman, Sapphire.
Earl, why don't you try to go out with her? Why don't you try to marry her and have babies?
You have so much in common. You're on the same floor.
I know nothing about this woman.
Earl, I want you to get me a little sucker. Come on, please. You know I want something to cuddle.
I mean, I would love to have a baby. I mean, obviously it would take 9 months to have a baby, but...
What is he rambling about?
I have no idea.
Seriously, you cannot fucking keep getting paid for the way you act on this show.
He thinks he's Sapphire and he's pregnant.
No, I didn't... Well,
seriously, you don't have it together anymore.
I will be the first to admit, today I do not have it together.
You want to take the rest of the day off? You want to take an Earl day?
I want to really work through this. I don't want to let the team down any more than I already have.
Thanks to you.
It takes 9 months to have a human baby. It takes 16 weeks to have a puppy. Let's see, the reptile world, it takes about 3 months. He's giving us the birth cycle for every animal on the face of the planet Earth. We know how long it takes, Daddy. Now go find that inner smile somehow, Sapphire. Must be Sapphire. What's wrong?
Earl, you know I'm already getting bad reviews on you at Free FM, too.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, they feel like you're not into it. You don't get back. You're not passing stuff along to us. It just feels like you're not over there. You're not meeting with people. You're not doing things. I know the other night you showed up there 30 seconds before the show started.
Yeah, I had to take care of some things here, and I was just running behind that day. That was
every day you're running behind. What are we going to do, Earl?
Again,
when will Sapphire shine?
I mean, just let me get through this rough patch. I'm really trying to just pull it together. I mean, I'm the first person to admit I'm like I don't have myself together right now.
But how long has it been? It's been months.
It's been this will be 4 weeks of just the crazy dreams and everything.
That's Free FM.
The 4th week.
Has he tried a head doctor yet? On the range, we have these things called a head doctor, a medicine man, some people call them. But is he willing to go to one?
Well, I mean,
Earl, how come I'm the one with 2 bags of fucking doorknobs on my back throughout these shows and I never fucking complain? I never fucking say, I need a couple of weeks to be retarded. I just fucking keep going.
No, and I'm trying to keep going also. It's just coming out. I can't help it. These things that are going on with me is coming out. I can't help myself. But I'm trying to just soldier on and work through this.
What would you do if this was like a ball team and the fucking coach had a player that fucking was not showing up and saying he had personal problems? What should the guy do? Should the guy be benched? Should he be traded? Should they just let him play through it?
I mean, initially I would let him play through it, and then, but if it continues...
4 weeks.
But if it continues, I would bench him. Yeah, I would definitely bench him.
All right.
Think how much you hated Chuck Knobloch, Sapphire.
That's true.
You wanted Chuck Knobloch off the team.
And now look who you are.
You're Chucky Knobloch.
Oh, Chuck.
You cannot throw the first base anymore.
Why not, Earl?
It's an easy throw.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
It's so insane.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a thing to help Sapphire over there. You remember that movie, Ron, 40-Year-Old Virgin? You know, you can't get enough sleep, run a batch, take an Excedrin PM, you win both ways.
Yeah. I can't watch that movie because it's too frightening for me.
What's wrong with it?
You know what it reminds me of. My friend. 4 times I've attempted to watch the movie, and I wish I was kidding. I can't make it fucking through. I can't do it. Did you bring me those other screeners today?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for stopping by Dave's and picking them up. No, leave them over here. Richard, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm keeping...
Isn't it odd I'm the worst at this? And I can't wait for someone else to fuck up so I can go crazy. Richard, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, I'm keeping score at home. You've got a bowl of gravy as a side host and a cup as a producer.
Yeah.
Maybe time to hire like some roast beef, maybe some mashed potatoes.
Thank you. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Indy Mike has called us back with some Indianapolis facts. That's his hometown.
I guess we're going to be getting this up to the next 2 weeks leading up to the Indianapolis Super Bowl.
Won't you, big brother, big brother?
It's a Big Brother update.
Mike, what's going on inside the house?
There is still nothing going on inside the house.
That's a bad show. That's a really bad show.
The population of Indianapolis is around 800,000. And Fez, I don't know where you went when you came to see the Purdue Notre Dame game, but Indianapolis does have a downtown, and you may have just skirted the outskirts when you went up there.
I mean, I guess it has buildings, but, nothing of note.
How do you know? Did you hang out there at all?
No, I mean, I drove past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you got off at the airport and went straight up here to West Lafayette, you would have not seen any of the downtown. The airport's right on the outskirts of downtown.
You're not really going to pick up the vibe from the fucking highway, Fez.
And we also went to the Speedway.
And that's still not downtown. The Speedway is actually in Speedway, Indiana. It's not part of Indianapolis, but it's a few miles outside of town.
I know I saw buildings.
There are buildings. You can see them from the Speedway, but they're a ways off. But it does have a downtown. It's certainly not on the same par with like Chicago, or definitely not New York. But it's what it is.
Do you feel like being in the Midwest, you've been in the shadow of Chicago for a long time?
I don't think people in Indianapolis feel in the shadow of Chicago at all, because I mean we're the same distance to Cincinnati or to Louisville. The same kind of thing. It's just all right.
I've been to Cincinnati and didn't think it was there either. I have to say, what Fez basically said about, I saw Cincinnati and went, there's nothing here. This would not be considered a town. It'd be like, the city of Newark. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think of that as a real city. You think of it as, there's a couple of bank buildings over there.
Right, there's some businesses that got together.
Yeah.
Well, if that's how you feel about Cincinnati, then you probably feel the same way about Indianapolis.
Andy Mike, let me bring this up, though. Very religious, very Christian there, huh?
I don't feel it as much as obviously you guys do. I said in the FBA listening thread, Tony Dungy, I thought kind of was restrained, because you always hear the athletes say, I want to thank Jesus Christ, my personal Lord and Savior, and all he just said was thank God.
No, it was the owner. It's not so much because I'm used to the players saying it.
I didn't hear Ursay say it.
But when I heard the crowd just fucking explode for it, normally you're like, all right, say your little thing so we can move along. But the whole fucking crowd popped for it both times they came up. That's what surprised me.
Yeah, well, I guess, I mean, it's certainly, it could have, I didn't notice as much as you did, but that's very possible. I wasn't lucky enough to be at the game, but I would have applauded if he would have said it, just out of, kind of a respectful thing to do. I wouldn't have booed him.
No, nobody boos. It's like, please get on to the game. It's not like God hated you guys for the last 7 years.
No.
It's just, he didn't pick one team over the other. All right, thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Won't you, big brother, big brother?
It's a Big Brother update.
But the place went crazy in my mind, like when we say Big A's name around Fez. How he just goes nuts.
That was because I was under hypnosis last Friday.
Now, Fez, I have been dealing, you guys did the hypnosis stuff, but I've been dealing with some amount of hate mail of going, this is fake, I always loved you guys, and now you're doing a fucking fake show like this. My thing of going back was, and Mikey Boy, God bless him, has put this stuff up on YouTube for people to check out.
Yeah, they shot video of the hypnosis show last Friday, so all those clips are on the YouTube.
But when you watch this and when you listened on Friday, you know that, let's just say the writer, for instance, faster than you've ever seen him before. Incredibly quick with the lines.
Yeah, and that's never happened with the writer. That's, and the ease and the comfort that was there.
But people do not believe in hypnosis, or at least the hayseed community sees this somehow as black magic or carny tricks.
Yeah, they're either scared of it, where they would never even attempt it themselves.
And yet, do they not read it all? Do they not know that athletes do this all the time? That psychologists do these things all the time?
I don't know. I don't think they even... I think maybe they just separate that or something, where, I don't know, maybe they just don't understand what hypnosis is.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. A Twinkie sundae. It's like a banana. This is what Indiana has to add to the whole.
All right, this might be good. A dessert.
Culinary world. A Twinkie sundae. It's just like a banana split.
So it's just a banana split, and then you shove a Twinkie in it.
What?
It's a banana split, and then you shove a Twinkie in it.
No, it's not. There's no bananas involved, but the Twinkie is the banana, essentially.
All right, so it's a sundae, and then you shove the Twinkie inside.
No, you cut the Twinkie open, and you put the scoops of ice cream in like it's a banana split.
So it takes the place of the bananas.
Right.
Let's let him struggle with it instead of fucking saving.
I'm sorry.
All right, Chris. Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I was out in Indiana a few years ago. A friend of mine drags me to a fiddler fair. I'm thinking it's music. I get there, and their idea of the fiddler is a deep-fried catfish served in a hoagie roll, whole.
All right, a catfish sandwich.
Yeah.
You would not eat this, Dave?
Well, who's Dave now?
Go ahead.
The Rana doesn't exactly like catfish. They're a little.
Catfish is fantastic.
A little bit too tough, and the smell is not what the Rana.
You've never had catfish.
I have had catfish.
Where at? Down south or up here?
No, Jersey.
Yeah, that's not. Where are you going to get catfish around here? Catfish down south is delicious. Now, I had never heard of it on a hoagie roll, though. And that's it, just catfish in a roll. All right. Jennifer, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Well, I'm so glad that you're doing good.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why Earl I couldn't get hypnotized. What the fuck? Is he a fucking pussy?
Wow. Earl, would you like to talk to Jennifer?
That's brutal.
Let's see if Earl's ready to jump up and protect himself.
Well, I'm making a choice, okay? You can either do it or not do it. I choose not to do it.
Based on what, Earl?
Well, I don't know. I just have concerns about it. Honestly, I don't think I would go under. I don't believe in it. I just do not believe in it.
How could you not believe in it when you just watched it take place?
Well, I think I know it's relating to the mind and it's just relating to relaxing a little bit, but I just don't.
You don't think that it can happen, despite sitting right here the other day.
Well, I don't think it could happen to me. I just think my mind would just not be willing to accept it and really get into it.
I made you faint, fucking just by bringing up pukey things. I can do it right now. Do not act like your mind is not open to suggestions. If anyone brings up eating a shit sandwich, you find yourself queasy.
Yes, because I visualize that stuff in my head and it just makes me nauseous.
That is fucking hypnosis, my friend. Being able to visualize things and go along with it. Now, a lot of people ask why the rider was able to maintain the rider, if it's true. That is the way you were hypnotized, right?
Yes, I was hypnotized as the Midnight Rider. I'm going to always say the Midnight Rider.
Right. No matter what crazy names I call you.
No matter what you say. And Ronnie B, I say, well, Don, this isn't necessary. I am the Midnight Rider, but he says from now you stay as the Midnight Rider.
Right.
When he hypnotized me. Yes. And then, let me just say this. It was as real as can be. And if you don't believe, that's fine, but it's real.
Let me go to Jason. Jason, you're on Fez.
Jason here, man. Hey, I got to defend the state of Indiana. It's Twinkie Sundays. I've never heard of it. I've lived here for 34 years of my life. We're known for St. Elmo's Steakhouse and for the breaded tenderloin.
All right, so breaded tenderloin, is that like something that's from there? Like
it's been
you
here.
guys invented it?
I don't know if we invented it. I know my uncle lives in Florida, and they actually come up here for breaded tenderloin and White Castles.
Yeah, I don't think.
Sounds like country fried steak.
It's just stuff that you can get just about anywhere. All right, we're going to take a break. Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Yeah, now put that shit under there, quick. Rub it in hard like a fucking man. Inside day, I had to go to the hospital, 'cause the B-list celebrity poured a bottle of hot sauce down his pants and burned his dick hole.
the motherfucking radio. Cracker Jack, say what? He let a dog lick his nut. He let his mama eat the jelly from a jar that he fucked. Black girl never let Jay Moore disrespect him on the motherfucking radio. Cracker Jack, say what? He let a dog lick his nut. He let his mama eat the jelly from a jar that he fucked.
What's bothering you?
Back with the Ron and Fez show on a Monday, 866-RON-0-FEZ. That's 866-766-0339. And remember, you can always email us at ronandfez@aol.com.
Fezzy, the writer, gave me a couple of these screeners. The Queen and United 93. I don't think I can watch United 93.
I would not watch United 93. I'm not going to watch any of the 9/11 movies.
Too rough?
All too rough, all too soon for me. You know what? I'm not even going to say too soon. Never. Never's too soon.
Right. I'm sure there's some guys that still can't be like, I can't watch a Pearl Harbor movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's too much.
I would understand. Yeah, so I'm not going to watch any of those. Oscar nominations come out tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to have Polo for that?
Yeah, Polo will be ready. This is a big day. It looks
Now,
forward to it.
Oscar nominations are normally 7:20, something like that?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, like 7:30.
Yeah.
I think they go on the half hour.
Because I know, like, the Today Show and all those things normally cover them. So that should be pretty cool.
So, since it's Oscar nominations tomorrow, that means the day before, today, Razzie nominations.
It's the Razzies!
For the worst films of the year. All right, so the Razzie nominations are out. Worst Picture nominations, Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. Dirty Love, The Dukes of Hazzard.
Have you come here like some kind of fucking Back to the Future?
What do you mean?
These are not fucking 2006 movies. Those are 2005 movies. Dukes of Hazzard wasn't last year, was it? No, it was the summer before. It was on cable this year.
All right, I'm looking at this. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes both nominated. One for War of the Worlds, one for Batman Begins.
You're on the wrong year, my friend.
All right. You know what? The nominations come out today. It happens every damn year, the day before Oscar nominations, and I get handed year-old nominations.
And you read them off like an idiot.
Why? Why does this fucking happen?
They got you. It's like punked.
I swear to you, that's how it is. I swear, they wait, and they figure, all right, let me just hand him this when he doesn't have time to read it, and he'll just go for it. What?
That's fucking great.
What is going on over there? How do you not see this when you're typing it up? That Deuce Bigalow, a European gigolo, came out 2 years ago.
Fez, let me read this, too. The hostages have been released, and President Carter and President Reagan are both happy.
All right. Unbelievable. Does anyone know why I got handed last year's nominations?
Go to Cuppy. Cuppy,
the cup of pens that now produces the show, will not answer. I got it from the staff.
Cuppy has not slept in some time.
Does anyone look over anything that gets handed to me?
No. You don't understand how little sleeping is going on.
It's just ridiculous. Let me just... Here, Hayden Christensen for Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith is on this list.
Fez, why don't you read your stuff over before you start to announce it?
It got handed to me. I didn't have time to read it. I assume if something is released today, they're going to get me today's, not a year ago today.
Well, why don't you just say, here's last year's news? How about we start and do a new thing called Fez Watley with last year's news?
Jessica Alba got nominated for the Fantastic Four and Into the Blue. This is insane. And nobody's taking responsibility for it. Nobody's saying, oh, sorry.
Fez, the way I see it, it's your responsibility. You're the host. You're the dummy.
I can't ask for something and get it handed to me correctly?
You're the dope. Hey, play a little recommendations from Fred. Let's get our recommendations from Fred going while Fez wipes this egg off his face.
Mine's going to be Bewitch with Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell.
Don't have it? All right, we'll move on then. Here is Sean. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Yeah.
I got to add to what Jennifer said a little bit ago. Earl could have done so much shit.
All right, I don't want Earl to be picked on right now.
No.
Because Fez has got himself in a fucking thing, and you're just going to get Fez madder.
I'm so fucking pissed right now.
Don't be mad. Move on, Fezzy. You read last year's news. You look stupid. I can live with it. You should be able to live with it.
Unfortunately, the thing I was going to move on to was Fred recommendations, but apparently the open is nowhere to be found.
What's wrong with your delete, Earl? It doesn't work anymore? You can't grab music?
My mouse is locked.
My mouse is locked.
And turns off his microphone in mid-sentence.
All right, well, that's last year's stuff.
Yeah, so, the Razzie nominations come out today. Well, I have no clue.
We know what it's going to be. It's going to be that fucking Basic Instinct 2. And I'll go out on the limb here and say, here is a movie that you guys need to watch just to see how bad something could be. I got this on the pay-per-view the other night. You know how you download it from your cable? During the actual voiceover, 30 seconds in, I say to my family, do you think it's too late to get our money back? This is how bad the voiceovers leading into this. And it's a film made by a guy that I will say made at least one classic film. But this one, and then they progressively get worse. And this one has, for me, to be maybe the worst film I've ever seen. I think people should just watch it to see if it's the worst film ever. And that's Lady in the Water by M. Night Shyamalan. That is so bad and so ridiculous, it can't be believed.
Yeah, I never saw Lady in the Water. It was, he started going so downhill, and it was one of those things where I used to always want to be there opening day for an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Well, the first one really grabbed you, right? The first one you saw. Because I think he made a little film before Sixth Sense. But then after that, they get progressively worse. This one, Fez, I'd put up there as one of the worst films I've ever seen. No fucking sense at all to it. Randy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Big ass 307, buddies.
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
I want to wish Mr. Last Year good luck in his bet against Elfish. You're going to win it, Fezzy.
Mr. Last Year is going out of his way.
Yeah, if I missed her last year, I would be preparing for a trip to Memphis right now with Elfish.
I'd like to check back in on Elfish, too, just to see how he's doing. Because the last we saw him, since whatever Fez did to him on that trip, he's been in or out of the fucking nut hut. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, who you liking in the big game? The Steelers or the Seahawks?
Do me a favor. Leave Mr. Last Year alone. He's been through a lot.
Calling me Mr. Last Year isn't going to help with what I've been through.
You read last year's news. You're the last on it.
I get handed last year's news by these idiots.
Not for nothing, Fez. How come you couldn't see the same thing I could as you're reading it off, that these weren't this year's films?
I didn't realize it until I started reading it.
Then you kept right on going?
Well, yeah, and I'm like, by the time I got to Dukes of Hazzard and I saw the look in your eye, I'm thinking, wait a minute.
The look in my eye was glee, my friend.
I know.
Seeing how stupid Mr. Last Year looked. Nate, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, what's up?
Good.
Hey, this Lady in the Water is as bad as you said. I saw it in the theater, and I'm sitting there watching it, and once the credits start rolling, no one left their seats because everybody was still sitting there waiting for a real ending, waiting for that M. Night Shyamalan twist that you normally get. It's stuck.
The twist is this. It's the worst film ever. That's the secret twist of this M. Night Shyamalan. It is so fucking bad, and now I decided that this Paul Giamatti is totally overrated anyway, and he's fucking ridiculous. That's what I've decided. Just from this film, it made me rethink everything that he's ever done, and he's the fucking worst.
Well, he's embracing his schlubness.
Here's Gary. Gary, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going, buddies?
Yeah.
Ron, I'm so happy that you said what you said about Lady in the Water. That is the worst fucking movie I have ever seen. And I'm the kind of guy who watches every movie till the end, and I turn this thing off halfway, probably when what's his face, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong was naming all the characters in the apartments. It was just fucking awful.
It was unbelievable. And then he puts himself in the movie, Fezzi, basically like his writing will someday save the world. Oh, my God, it was fucking terrible.
As bad as it is now, I have to see this.
Yeah, it is that kind of thing. It's, remember, it's like those websites that you see horrible things that when you hear about how horrible you're forced to see. That's how bad this movie is. Fred, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Mr. Last Year, how you doing?
We're good.
I'm really upset to hear about Fezzi's heart attack, and I wish him a quick recovery. I'm glad he's just getting back to work.
Let's hope that he has a great 06. That's the main thing, Fez.
I already had my 06. I'm Mr. 07. That's what I want to be.
Jay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Some breaking news for Fezzi.
Oh, good.
Slavery has been abolished.
Spy report. Spy report.
Slavery has been abolished, Fez.
I'm not Mr. 2 centuries ago.
Isaac, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mr. Last Year. How's your new producer, Dave, working out for you? I know he just started 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah, don't you miss Harry?
Haven't missed Harry yet. This is just ridiculous. See, I get all this because somebody hands me the wrong list. Now it's all my fault.
All right, let's go back and listen to some of the clips from the Hypnosis show, Fezzi. Clip number 1. This one was Everyone is Crying. It's when, for some reason, we got Shell, our new little intern, who, by the way, doing a bang-up job. Shell and Pepper, 2 of the strongest interns we've had in some time. Now, Pepper's our intern here. Shell's our intern at Free FM. Shell and Pitsy decided that they were breaking up. And then, for some reason, the writer and Fez took that badly as well.
Oh, yeah, I remember getting really upset. It was an overwhelming sadness.
You were crying hard.
Yeah, and
matter of fact, you ruined the bit. We had to stop. 2 bits had to be stopped early. The pot, we're all high and the building is tearing apart, had to be stopped because of your panic attack. And this bit had to be stopped because your crying went too hard.
Yeah, I remember just being so overwhelmed by the sadness of it. And I remember in my mind, every sad thing imaginable was running through it. Any kid, that was separated from his parents, everything was just running through my mind.
All right, let's take a listen to this.
Why is it happening?
Why does it have to be?
If the sun didn't come up tomorrow over the Grand Canyon, certainly someone would ask that question of why did this happen? And yet no one's asking why.
Fezzi, you okay?
Yeah, you're right. So
what's that?
I don't know. I feel so bad.
I gotta calm down.
Seriously, this is our last.
You know about my heart condition? You can't get me all worked up.
I know.
Right now.
I didn't know that, Pitsy.
You heard me, Shelley.
All right, maybe they need to calm down.
It's my heart.
I can't take it.
Yeah, let's calm them down. Calm Fezzi down. Calm down.
This hurts me.
I don't want anyone to be hurt.
Why is this happening to all of us?
Calm down.
All the way down, Fez. Relax. Fez, all the way down. Deep, relax.
All right, calm the rider down. Calm everybody down.
Calm, Ron. Ron, you don't understand.
I know. We're all. Jeez.
Someone breaks my back, Jack. I'm not going to calm down. Well, I have a lot worse. It's a broken heart.
So fucking stupid.
So brutal.
So clusterfucky, too. I had no idea it sounded that crazy. You need to check out some of these on YouTube. I guess if you go to ronandfez.net, they got the links there. And probably everybody whackbag and the ronandfezshow.net have the links because Mikey Boy's always good about that. But you see, Fezzi, that your thing wasn't even fun. It was just pure crying.
Oh, yeah, it was just uncontrollable sobbing. I remember that, and the odd thing is, that was one I hadn't checked out on YouTube because it just seemed too rough.
Too embarrassing?
Yeah, and my thoughts were right there.
Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
Good.
I was going to ask Fezzi, who's he taking in the national championship, Texas or USC?
I'll go with Texas, Fez.
I'll take Texas as we keep the Mr. Last Year jokes going because I can't get the right damn sheet of paper in here, ever.
All right, let's go over to, this was, Let me go down to the Big A fan club, number 11, Earl. Number 11 is where we decided to get a Big A fan club going. We've got a very special surprise for you on the phone right now. It's Big A.
No way! It's not Big A! Oh, you are kidding me! Yes! Oh, God, I hope you're not lying.
I'm shocked. How did you get hold of him?
I have no words. This is an exclusive interview.
You are kidding me!
We've got him on the phone.
Oh, my God!
This is going bad.
Big A! It's Big A!
Big A.
Oh, it's going to be
Big A, how you doing, buddy?
Cruise of Backstreet.
Hey, Ronnie, how are you?
It's Big A! I can't believe it's really him! I'm going insane!
Oh, my God!
I can't believe it!
Oh, my God!
All right, Big A.
I swear, Big A, I am your biggest fan. I am your biggest fan.
All right, let's go a little more. 12.
Thank you for everything they've done for me, and I'd like to thank my biggest fan, Fez.
Thank you, Big A. Thank you.
Big A said your name. So jealous.
He said my name.
Oh my God! So jealous.
Now.
So jealous. So jealous. So jealous. So jealous. So jealous.
Is the absolute best.
Now,
I can die.
You know
I
what?
can die.
So jealous.
You really need to check out some of these on YouTube because I forgot about the dance the writer was doing as he was saying so jealous over and over. And Earl, you don't believe in hypnotism. Now, after hearing this and being here the other day.
You know what? I'm starting to believe because, Fez was saying things about Big A that were he
13,
would never say.
Let's go to the next one, 13. Do you have some advice for the young people here, your young fans?
Yeah, I want them to be cool like me and also be yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I swear, whenever this contest is, if it's getting a Big A tattoo, I will do it. I swear I will do it.
By the way,
I need some water. I'm going to faint. I'm honestly going to faint.
I am such a big fan.
I can't get over he said his name.
You guys are
right. God.
All right, let's go to the next one. They're all excited about Big A. Big A, which one is your favorite?
I'm telling you, it's really hard to pick. One, they were all really, really good, but I have to pick Fezzy.
No way! Thank you, so awesome! Thank you, Big A. Thank you.
He deserved it.
Honestly, I worked on that, and I never, in my wildest dreams, I've never said it out loud before.
Yeah.
I've never said it out loud, and I can't believe that I actually said it to Big A.
All right, now I want all you guys to get ready because you're going out in a limousine for a night in the town with Big A. It's going to happen.
Yes. Big A! It's going out with Big A! Yes!
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's all going to happen.
I'm so afraid of making just a big fat ass out of myself in front of him.
Give me that oogie.
Oh, my God.
All right, Big
Dancing shoes. I'm going to meet on Big A. Give me my dancing shoes. Give me, skip it. Dancing shoes. Big A time.
All right, Big A, we'll talk to you later, buddy.
Big A, we'll see you later.
Bye, Big A.
Everybody say goodbye to Big A.
Big A!
No, I can't believe we're going out.
What does that even feel like for you, Fez?
It's so weird because you're just so excited and you want that excitement to keep going.
But do you feel like you're performing or do you believe it?
You're so concentrated on believing it. Yeah. I think it's more believing it.
All right, this is the Hypnosis Show. What about for you, Ryder? Were you really that excited to hear from Big A?
Yeah, that were in the pot of the only ones that the writer can recall. But yeah, I remember being very, very happy. Like it was better than seeing Paul McCartney or maybe Johnny Cash. I was so excited to see Big A for real.
All right, this is Fez's poem to Big A.
There was a time in my life when everything was wrong. The nights were empty and oh so long. Then came this person who showed me the way. Along came this person. His name is Big A. I have felt like a zero so many times. And now I can't believe he's listening to my rhymes. He's my champion. He's my power. He's my source. There's one person I'm talking about. My champion, Big A, of course.
What? Not one won?
Just awful, and it went on forever.
Yeah. Really bad, but you won, Fezzy, and you are very, very happy with it. Here is your hero that you're going to go out with. A Big A.
Big A.
Oh, Big A.
Big A.
Big A, Big A, Big A, Big A.
Hey, Big A.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. I'm finally happy to finally jump aboard the Big A train.
I am not on the Big A train. I was under hypnosis.
Yeah.
I was hypnotized into liking you.
Come on, ride the train.
Yeah, but isn't part of hypnosis, part of your consciousness? I mean, part of your consciousness means you really do like me.
I'm not really a fan of yours. I don't understand why everyone else yells Big A when you come around.
But you did. I heard you. Everybody heard you.
Yeah, you did, Fezzy.
Yes, I did under hypnosis. Yes. That's what I was subjected to. To me, that's as hard to listen to as the crying breakdown.
All right, Big A, it was great talking to you, pal.
I don't really have to go in a limo with him, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Yes, you do. And also, you also see the videos on GetToHiv.com, too.
All right, thank you very much. The videos are up on GetToHiv.com, Fezzy.
Oh, all right. Thank you for that, Big A.
This was one of my favorite things that happened here. This was Fez as the writer and the writer as Fez. Track 2, Earl. So we flipped back and forth, Fezzy. You became the writer, and the writer became you.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Hey, Fezzy, how are you?
How you doing, Ronnie?
Yeah, it's a good show today.
It feels great in here.
Wait a minute, Fez. Look who's coming in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, baby.
It's the writer.
Everybody talking about it. Everybody singing about it. Have mercy, the Midnight Rider on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah.
Oh, who's this guy, Ronnie? I really like him.
Oh, I can't let him catch me. I can't let him catch me. No. Can't let him catch the Midnight Rider. If you will, live and in living color, it's going to be excitement. It's going to be pandemonium tonight. Talking about the greatest sports attraction in the world today. The great Gordon Soley, you look so good. You're looking so pretty today.
Thank you, Ryder.
The greatest sports attraction in the world today on 7 continents. I'll tell you what, I've taken everybody to the limit.
This guy's got so much spirit, Ronnie.
Oh, that's true, Fez. He does.
I tell you what,
is this our new producer, Ron?
You're the little pheasant bear. I see you with your cowboy hat on. You're all excited about the Midnight Rider being here, being with you, being in my heart, being in my soul. You know, I see the little baby love over there. She climbed up on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she climbed up on my chest, the Midnight Rider.
Hey!
And she put her ear there, and she looked at me, and she said, Rider, I hear it. I hear it. And I said, baby, what do you hear? And she said, it's the heartbeat of America. That's what we're talking about here today, baby. The heartbeat of America.
He has a lot of energy, Ron.
As we get down with it. As we decide in this year, 2007, we are going to get down with it, baby. And Let me tell you this. Tully Blanchard, you should have left me for dead. Ric Flair, you should have broken my neck, Jack. I tell you, Arn Anderson, you should have broken my leg. You should have left me a cripple. You should have left me laying. Here's your mistake, baby. You left me breathing. You left me breathing. You left this heartbeat of America still beating, if you will. And now you got to pay. It's time to deal with the dealer. Dues will be paid. Retribution will be had. And I have reserved the stratosphere for our battle because I am going to take you to the limit like nobody's done before. Because before they loved me, I was so bad. And now, 270 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour, Jack.
He sure has a lot to say, Rod.
Yeah, I have the odd feeling that he does this a lot at his apartment late at night.
Oh, baby,
when no one's around.
Today's Fezatorial.
What's that?
And that was today's Fezatorial.
Fez, what's wrong with your arms? I see that they're just hanging there like they're broken flippers.
I feel perfectly comfortable, Ron. Rude and rude.
Right. What's that mean?
Rude and... it means it's some kind of thing about... Ronnie, be nicer to me.
I will, but I didn't know whether
Stop yelling at me all the time.
I didn't know whether you were Fez or Roger Rabbit.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ron. 866 Ron Zero Fez. It's the Ron and Fez show. And we're taking the Colts this weekend.
Tonight. A time like never been had before, baby. Here on the Ron and Fez show. With getting on to him fucking like a monkey, Jack. If you're in public, if you will.
Well, that's special. That's one heck of a new producer we have on our team.
How do you guys feel about the Rider?
We're the Midnight Rider fan club from Omaha, and we just are so excited to be here.
It's
right
so
now.
great, is it?
Man.
The Rider has always been a man of the people. Whether you're black, whether you're yellow, whether you're white, whether you're brown, whether you're purple, whether you're green. The Rider has always been a man of the people, and the people are here for the Rider. And together, we will achieve that dream. We will defeat Holly Race for that world title. We will take it away from him and smack his hiney in the process.
Now, Ryder, did you see who's over there behind that microphone? It was your one-time partner, your sidekick?
Oh, it is Sweet Sapphire, what I call the crown jewel. The crown jewel is here. Sweet, sweet Sapphire. Sapphire, baby. You never look so good. I tell you what, it's going to be limousines. It's going to be Learjets. Everything for me and my sweet, sweet Sapphire.
Uh-oh, there's your song.
I think this is his theme music, Ron. Ronnie.
Thanks, Roger Rabbit.
Oh, yeah, let's get down. Because the Midnight Rider is just a common man. A man of the people. And I am with you, baby, all the way. Whether I'm your pizza man, whether I am your garbage man, whether I am your mailman, I am with you. I am the Midnight Rider. And I can't let him catch me. I can't let him catch something so sweet.
Very nice. Fuzzy, did you enjoy the Rider?
I love his new spirit, Ron. It's very exciting, and it's so much. It's a new dawn. It's a new era for the Ron and Fez show.
Will you be going back to Toontown soon, Roger Rabbit, or what are you going to be
Fez.
doing? Oh,
it's
Fez.
Rude and rude.
Excuse me.
Rude and rude, Ronnie.
Fez, you did not do so good at the Rider, but the Rider had you down to the lisp and down to the broken little arms.
I would tend to disagree with that.
I think the Rider, upon hearing this, may Fezzy W an apology and say, I am sorry for.
I love the fact that the Rider gets portrayed as a three-dimensional character by Fez. And you portray a real guy as two-dimensional, at best, maybe only one-dimensional.
Again, I do Fezzy, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, you didn't exactly do me justice, Ryder.
Brian, you're on Fez.
Fezzy, is there any truth to the rumor that O&A might be moving to Free FM?
Mr. Last Year always wants to get out last year's news.
Yeah, they're going to Free FM.
Davis, you're on Fez.
Maha boom, brothers.
Maha.
I got the Real Razzie nominations here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, topping the list, A Taste of Lemon.
That's another big mistake Fez made.
All right, I made it on the air, but that was another mistake that the a-holes here handed to me.
Let me tell you something. You fuck with Sapphire, Sapphire's going to fuck you back.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it's the passive aggressiveness is what'll happen here.
I think it's just aggressive.
Why hand me the wrong... a year-old list of nominations?
Sapphire, 2 thumbs up from Ronnie B.
Good one, Sapphire.
Here are the actual Razzie nominations, Fez. Worst Picture, Basic Instinct 2, Blood Rain. Do you even know this one?
I have no idea what Blood Rain is.
Lady in the Water, my favorite bad one. Little Man, I don't know that one.
Was that the Wayans brothers where the guy was
Oh, yeah. Good call.
a midget posing as a baby?
And Wicker Man.
That was Nicolas Cage.
And anything Nicolas Cage does is just dreadful anymore. And it's sad because he used to be such a great actor. All right, worst actors. Tim Allen, Larry the Cable Guy, Rob Schneider, and the Wayans brothers. Worst actress, Hilary Duff, Lindsay Lohan, Christina Loken, Jessica Simpson, and Sharon Stone. And from what I understand, Sharon Stone's a lock, Fezzy.
Oh, it sounds like it.
Worst supporting actor, Danny DeVito, Ben Kingsley, M. Night Shyamalan, Martin Short, and David Fuchs for Basic Instinct. And it's one of these deals where whatever happens, there's going to be a sweep.
Oh, yeah, the Razzies usually don't get spread out too much. Someone has to go home in shame.
And they actually have a big party now. They used to just do it like at a lunch, but now they have a great big night, and occasionally some of these stars will show up. Jack, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was wondering if Mr. Last Year, if he's going to get you an ashtray still or not.
Ouch. It really hasn't been a good year for you, Mr. Last Year.
No, I mean, and I hate to relive it.
Gary, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going, buddies? Hey, Mr. Last Year, do you think that Neil Patrick Harris, Doogie Howser, is ever going to come out of the closet?
Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
2975, my brothers.
Hey, brother man.
Mr. Last Year, who's going to win the World Series, the Tigers or the Cardinals?
Pick the Cardinals. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here's another clip from the Hypnosis show. This one, go to 9. And it's the board gossip, where the board gossip guy was fighting back and forth with the writer. And this was a little scary for you said, Ryder, to listen back to.
Yeah, this one I had to lower the volume on the old radio.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling uncomfortable. Sitting alone in my apartment, still feeling quite uncomfortable listening back.
He got up early on Sunday morning to listen to the replay and was like, yeah, this is funny. But when he heard this psychotic kind of meltdown, which is a little scary, which is why, like, I would do hypnosis with a therapist, but I'm not sure if I like it as an entertainment purpose for my own brain. We'll take a listen to this. It's the writer and board gossip fighting in the same body.
Razzle Dazzle. It's Board Gossip with Eastside Dave.
A little gossip. It's Board Gossip time, Daddy-O. Starting off with Whackbag, where Turtle still has a thing out for Eastside Dave. Turtle writes, Dave, why can't you get lost, Daddy? You cannot ride the pine with Ronnie B or Fezzy W. Sit down and get out of town, Daddy. Excuse me. My voice is low.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it's time for Who Could It Be? Who could it be? From FBA, looks like a certain poster was spotted talking smack about Eastside Dave and hailing the Midnight Runner. That's right, baby. You go get him, sweetheart. Little Jackie-O. Excuse me. This is my segment, Mr. Ryder. Anyway, someone says Dave is gone and forgotten. And now, welcome the Midnight Rider. This person is happy, good at typing, and happens to be a girl. I wonder, who could it be? Why don't you get another gimmick, Daddy? Why don't you come up with another poster? There's over 10,000 people on FBA, 18,000 on Ron and Fez.net, and 50,000 on Whackbag, and you do the same happy girl every day. This is not your segment, excuse me, Mr. Ryder. This isn't what you do. Now let me finish board gossip, thank you very much. You're done! Your time is history, gossip boy! It's time to hit the road, Jack. It's time to go past. Go on down the clock, Daddy. Tick-tock, it's over for you. I don't see why you're being so horrible on me. And now it's time for Who Could It Be? Who can it be? What Case Avenger cowboy-wearing hat asshole is ruining my bit? I wonder, who could it be? You gotta talk the talk, Daddy! You better walk the walk, gossip boy! You better walk it! You better get it down to the final thing! Stop it now! Stop everything now! I'm out! And that's the end of board gossip. Shh! We're always watching.
And remember, Mikey Boy has put all these things up on YouTube. They're fucking hysterical visually. They're really insane to see visually. Because this was one of my favorite bits, and then it got carried away. It's everybody high. Now, normally when everybody's high, you think it'll be a cool, fun thing. But paranoia set in, and then finally a panic attack, and we had to shut her down.
Yeah, I remember just shaking in my boots, just losing it by the end of this one. This is just really weird.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Too much?
The room is like really wavy right now.
Yeah.
Can someone just look somewhere else? Give me some...
Does anybody want me to call the cops and make
No.
Stop it!
All right.
Stop it!
All right.
Don't ruin my buzz.
Hey, could the asshole with the camera maybe turn it off?
This isn't funny anymore.
Could someone do something about that?
All right, 9.
I'm just trying to have a good...
1.
No.
What's wrong?
Don't.
Ryan, get that.
What is wrong?
Someone unplug the phone.
This is fucked up.
All right, what's wrong?
Is really
what's wrong?
Up, man.
Settle him down. He needs to sit down.
If people keep fucking around here, and I hate to curse, because the children of America don't like it, if people keep messing around...
Who's fucking with you right now, Ryder?
Well, first of all, I think you are. There's a man with a camera. There's a couple cackling hyenas over there, and a small little Puerto Rican, and I did not see him when I came in.
This is weird, man.
Who's missing? Somebody was here before, and they're gone.
Who went out the door?
Oh no!
They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him.
They got him. I don't know.
They're gonna get him.
Who has
they
him?
got him.
I don't know, but they're gonna get him.
Who got him?
Who was, but I know they got him. Daddy.
Oh,
Hey,
As soon as I snap
We
my
need
fingers,
poets
you're
to
all,
what
you're
is-
all glued
wait
to
a
your
minute, wait a
seats
minute. What is,
now.
yeah.
Glued to your
You
seats.
can't glue your seats.
How are we gonna leave?
But what's the story? Wait a minute. What's the story with Bronx Johnny?
What are you
Why?
looking
There's
at?
something about him that just doesn't seem right.
He's just staring us down. He's like staring right
Dressed
at
in
us.
black,
I mean,
mister?
he looks
you
so
know who
big
dressed
right
in
now.
black?
He
Tom
seems
Dixon
undercover.
Yeah, he looks so big.
Are you a knock? I'm dead serious. That little get-up, I've
I
seen
know, it
before.
looks fake, doesn't
I've
it?
seen
No.
it
It's a fake
before.
Bronx
Wait,
outfit.
we gotta
I
get...
have
Let's get
television.
him out of
I
here.
watch Law and Order.
Where's Master Poe?
Yeah,
need
get
some
Master Poe to get him
security.
out of
There's something
here.
not right about this
Wait a
guy.
minute. Master Poe looks like a cop.
No,
That's it with that.
Who's watching
That's
the
it with
fucking
that.
door? If
What
Poe's
is going
in here?
on?
Wait a minute.
going
Who's
on?
watching
Seriously.
the door?
Who was here and who's left already?
I don't
Somebody
know.
Count
gone.
heads.
There's
Somebody's
somebody
gone.
right here.
There was
Danny.
somebody there.
Danny.
Right here.
There's somebody
Danny.
gone. It's
That's
Danny.
fucking Danny.
Why is he dressed up
Why
like
the
this?
fuck would Danny leave?
And why is he dressed
Why
up
would
like
he go?
Look at his eyes.
What the
Look
fuck?
at his eyes.
like
Look at
this.
his eyes.
I knew something was going down.
All right,
Look
wait
at
a
his
minute.
I can't even get out of my chair.
Don, do you hear some kind of creaks in the building? Like
Yeah, I do. I hear something.
is
maybe
that?
I hear
there's something wrong with the building?
There is something wrong with this building.
We're not safe, man.
We are not safe.
This is like the Matrix when they fucking go in the walls.
Right.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Oh shit!
This
Check
is
those
taking a
windows.
weird
There's no way out.
I'm feeling
Matrix
a
vibe.
rumbling in the floor.
There's
Yeah,
a
me too.
problem.
Like a
Oh,
psycho,
man.
Daddy.
I can't get out of my chair to get out of here.
What's wrong, Ryder?
This
It's like a cycle, Daddy. I know we're going
is
down.
really bad.
Oh my God, we're fucked. Like, we gotta get out of here.
I didn't think that the Ryder would be the first to break.
I don't know why everyone keeps laughing.
Ryder, come on, man, I'm breaking up.
man.
I can't get out of my chair.
I can't get out of my
Is
chair.
everyone still high?
Yeah.
There's
All right.
nowhere to go.
9,
But it's
1.
No,
What is
please.
it? You don't want a cop here?
No, I don't want a cop here.
Oh, no.
Come on.
What's
Come
wrong?
on, just get it back to normal.
I'm really,
I don't want anything.
I'm really
Come
having
on,
trouble
man.
breathing.
What's
I don't
wrong?
want to be high.
I'm having trouble breathing.
Oh, why did you cut off the end of it, Earl?
But that's where it ended, pretty much where it ended, because he started to calm everyone down.
Yeah, but I wanted to hear Fez, because Fez actually, everything was fun, but Fez's short breath just stopped a bit totally.
And hearing that back, I don't know whether there's still a little bit of a suggestion in my head or something, still a little under. But yeah, that one got to me listening to it back.
It's so quick how ready Pitsy was ready to think everything was fucked up. No matter what came up, nothing can work out of this. We're all fucked.
Exactly. There's no happy ending to this.
And Ryder crying like a fucking baby. Not exactly the way I see the Midnight Rider.
Well, the Rider does not like incarceration, Ronnie B. He's not allowed to ride through the sunsets when in prison.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Who could it be now? What radio producer edited out the 10-second time-lapse from Friday's Board Gossip segment when it played on today's show? Who could it be?
What did he edit out? What did you edit out, Earl?
Well, I couldn't get the Who Could It Be segment, so there was like this big gap of like dead air. So, of course, I edited out the dead air, of course.
You fucking edited over your mistake.
Yeah, that was when the mouse froze and we had the dead air.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I am going to go insane. I get handed a bad list today and get left out in the cold. No one says, hey, my fault, anything.
You picked up the nickname Mr. Last Year. The listeners think you're a dope.
Exactly. So I've been taking that. I get left,
You took it like a man.
I get hung out to dry, and in post, we fix our own mistakes.
Yeah, Earl takes care of Earl.
This is absolutely perfect.
Earl fixes the Earl fuck-ups, but yours, Fezzy, runs just the way so everybody can have a good long laugh at your expense.
I'm sure mine will be put on a loop so that my mistakes keep going out time and time again instead of fixed.
Earl, why when you left your fuck-up there? That, to me, was my favorite thing.
No, it was a fuck-up, and
how come the mouse doesn't freeze for anyone else? It just freezes for you.
It froze today. It froze a couple of minutes ago.
I know, for you.
Just for you.
O&A don't have a problem with it.
I never hear, the mouse froze on the O&A show.
I think it's not the mouse, but his fingers that freeze, if you know what I'm saying, Ronnie B.
I know exactly what you're saying. You lost your knife, Earl. You lost your producing knife. This is Monday, and you got your fucking foot in the bucket.
What? I mean, it's post-production. You cut out gaps in dead air. That was a gap in dead air.
Only yours got cut out. Nobody else's.
I'm the only one here.
You left in all the uncomfortability the writer was having, getting, doing that when he started to have his little freak out.
Yeah, but that was the whole deal. That's him.
Earl, you know who you care about? Earl. That's it.
I care about the show. I absolutely care about the show.
You care about Earl. You and your frozen mouse care about one thing, Earl. You haven't even sat up during the show today.
You
look like
now.
a fucking question mark sitting over there. Johnny O, I picked up girls at abortion clinics that came out peppier than you were. And I'm not fucking kidding.
They were less embarrassed.
And trust me, Earl, they didn't want to go. They didn't want to go. Johnny O, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Yeah. Earl, you fucking schlep. How many times is the mouse going to break? Are we noticing a pattern here? Oh, the mouse froze. The mouse froze. Get it together. By the end of the year, I'm gonna have everyone
Where you from, Johnny?
On this show, New York.
What part of New York?
What's the difference where he's from?
What's the difference? I'm going to have every Ron and Fez show on tape at the end of the year, and I'm going to send Rodney. I'm going to send you a tape of every time that Earl says the mouse is frozen up, or no, it was this, it was that.
He'll get that tape and edit it out. He'll edit it out till it sounds like Fezzy fucked up.
Of course, yeah. That'll be Fez got handed the wrong list, but yeah, he's the asshole.
Chris, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies? Not only did he edit up to 10 seconds, he also edited out the acknowledgement that there was a mistake.
Obviously.
I mean, you got to get rid of him, have a vote.
Where you going, Earl? Where you going?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Why'd you take off your headphones?
Yeah, because I'm just...
Why are you asking listeners where they're from?
No, I was just asking a question, that's all.
Why?
It's just a question.
Were you going to tell him to show up here?
You going to kick some ass?
No, I'm not going to pick a fight with anybody.
The King of Queens going to take him down?
I'll defend myself, but I'm not going to pick a fight with anybody.
Well, but I just want to know where you want to go. Why you want to know exactly where the man's house was.
No, it was just a random question.
But why? Why slow the show down only to be edited out later?
This will be covered in post.
I know. This will not make tonight's show. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I want to know, is Earl's eyes all big like that Patriot receiver that dropped the ball yesterday?
What was with that fucking cokehead?
Yeah, what was his name? Cundiff, Coughlif, or something like that? Yeah, those bug eyes were just freaking me out the entire game. And the more passes he would drop, the bigger his eyes would get during the AFC Championship game.
All right, here's some of the Midnight Rider as S-Men. The way this worked out, I think every time it was put in the writer's head. Now, did you know this was even happening, Fez? That he heard the phrase Don the Hypnotist, he had to do this gimmick?
Yeah, I understood this from when we were being put under the first time.
You could have heard
I was in the room
his suggestions.
Yeah, when the Midnight Rider was getting the suggestion from Don the Hypnotist.
And the suggestion was what exactly? Because we, don't know this stuff. Because it doesn't happen on the air, it happens off the air.
The suggestion was, I believe the term was, whenever the writer heard Don the Hypnotist, that name, he became someone called the Ass Man, who loved the smell of animal farts. That was his gimmick.
Now, we got to work out in the future if we do one of these again. Don has to tell us why this takes place. But let's go in, let's hear some of these that popped up. Start at 3, Earl. But Don the Hypnotist is sure...
And he asked me anything to house, playing ball with everybody to have some fun.
Yeah.
Because we're going to check out some animals. Someone grab me a cheetah. Because when I find that cheetah, I want to see a puffy brown cloud coming out of that cheetah. He's the master of the animal thoughts. It's the ass man.
Now, Ryder, were you aware that you were doing this every time you heard Don the Hypnotist?
Absolutely not.
It's not something that you necessarily wanted to do.
I would have never been talking about animal flatulence. I don't even like fart jokes in general.
4. Come on, Frozen Mouse.
Don the Hypnotist, go to Hypnotic.
Yes, man, comes alive now. There's somebody there, a shock in the house. People think just because they're underwater, Daddy, that they don't fart. Well, every animal who walks God's green earth and who sits under God's rainbows does farting from time to time, Daddy. And if you don't know, just come to the Ass Man, baby, and he'll show you the way.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Earl.
HypnoticTouch.com is the website where you can find out more information about Don the Hypnotist.
And the Ass Man, too, because that's what he does best. The Ass Man finds a way to see the parts in every creature, be it the human, be it the little tiny frog, be it an insect. If it's there, it's going to be there, baby. If there's a fart to see, there's going to be a fart.
Go with the next one, Earl.
Don the Hypnotist, you can find out more information.
In the house one last time to show you what a giraffe spot looks like. Peep, peep, peep out the anus, Daddy. And that's what the Ass Man do. 1, 2, 3, like Doris Funk.
That's right. Don the Hypnotist.
To find out more.
The Ass Man is not going away then. Because he gets a trigger of happiness when he sees a platypus, when he sees a sea urchin even. They fought too. Yes, they have flatulence, people. Don't be afraid. Just listen to the Ass Man.
HypnoticTouch.com is the website for Don the Hypnotist if you want to find out more information.
Oh, Daddy, it's the Ass Man alive. One last time to tell you, look at the animals, know that they gas, and know it's okay, Daddy.
Well, there's the writer loves his fart material.
I tell you one thing, if it's possible for someone to blush under a mask, that's what's going on with the writer right now, Daddy.
Hey, we got a brand new song that was sent to us by Sleeve. Set this one up, Earl. What's the backstory on it?
He wrote this ode to the Midnight Rider with the help of a band, Insect. I don't have the plug in front.
It's a way different type of sound than he normally does for the show. Right?
Yeah, much more aggressive and definitely metal almost. And this is called Midnight Rider.
Alone down the Strasse, where the mask is on its Nachtwaffe. Philosophy of the soul great fighter. Open wide for the Midnight Rider.
That's what the Midnight Rider does so well. He's going to take your dreams, put them into his heart, and then put them back into your heart.
My heart is yours for the asking, Rider.
It's about electrified funk. It's about the new man in town. It's about the Midnight Rider busting at 365. I don't know how these other marshmallows perform, but I know one thing: the Midnight Rider performs with sweat, blood, and tears.
Please never stop talking. It is like flowers. He rides alone through the midnight, power from the power of his heart, and from his heart to the power. His Welton song has no schadenfreude. He works for the world. Love is his employer. The Midnight Rider. The Midnight Rider. He walks alone down the Strasse. He wears a mask. He's the Missenart Philosophy of the soul great fighter. Open wide for the Midnight Rider.
For I've done and wined with kings and queens and slept in the alleys and died on porks and beans.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley, The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.
Great workout today, Ted.
You too, Bob. Your pecs are getting amazing.
Huh? Hey, I forgot to ask, are you and your wife coming to the club dance this Friday?
I'll be there, but sadly the little woman is, in Europe. Yes, my wife is in Europe.
Still?
Yes, she's in Europe, and I miss her and all the hot hetero sex. But don't worry, I'll be coming to the dance stag, Bob.
Well, that's too bad. If you reconsider, you can always...
My gaydar sense is tingling. Seems like there's trouble in that corner store. This is a job for Gay Man.
It's Gay Man. More powerful than a constitutional ban on same-sex marriage. Stronger than Barbra Streisand's fan base. And able to leap over Cuban pool boys in a single bound. Gay Man fights a never-ending battle against crime, injustice, and social taboos. It's the adventures of Gay Man.
Put the money in the bag, old man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just don't do anything crazy.
Just put the money in that bag. That's the way to do it. Nice and easy, see? Nice and easy.
Yes, sir. Please, don't shoot.
Yeah, that's right. Put the money in that bag. And hands on the wall. Don't turn around or I'll blow your fucking head off.
Say, boys, mind if I play too?
What the fuck? Who's this weirdo in the pink suit?
I'm your worst nightmare, Studley.
Is that a picture of a cock on your chest?
Maybe. You've been a bad, bad boy. Maybe you need a spanking.
Stop leering at me. You give me the creeps.
Why don't you two just take your broke-back games out of my store? This is freaky.
Don't worry, Pops. This is between me and Fabio.
What? What are you doing with that?
Try this on for size.
Oh, God. Stop dick slapping me, you sick bastard.
Like that, huh? Like it? 'Cause I sure do.
Yeah, I can tell. Stop. Just stop.
Hey, why stop now? Let's not leave the balls to feel like orphans. How about some of that? Some teabag action.
You sick son of a bitch. I'm not even armed. I didn't even have a gun. All I did was have my finger in my pocket.
Oh, just a finger, huh? Well, how'd you like a finger in there?
Oh, my ass, my ass.
I'm leaving this Key West party.
No, old man, don't go. Call 911. He's ruining my prom state.
Now it's time to finish you. And finish me, too. Tee-hee.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Now, that's it. That is it. Uncle Julio likes it rough. Yeah.
I give.
Oh, no, my friend. You take. Gay Man give.
Oh, the horror.
Yeah.
The horror of male rape.
Oh, yeah.
The worst day of my life.
Not a good day for me either.
Looks like another crime thwarted thanks to Gay Man. I take it this money is yours, sir?
I ain't touching that. It's covered in cum.
You know, I could really use a smoky smoke. Do you sell Virginia Slims?
Coming soon on Gay Man.
So, Mr. Bank Robber, mind if I make a deposit?
My ass!
It's a Ron and Fez show, 866-RON-0-FEZ. That's 866-766-0339.
What were we thinking there, Fez?
I'm not sure.
What happened to Rejoinder music? Mouse freeze?
Did it lock up?
No, it's right. It's underneath. Is it?
No.
It wasn't. I know that
Still
much.
isn't. Oh, that's that coming out?
Yeah, I just had it really low because I didn't want to drown you guys out.
Well, that's not Rejoinder music. All right, Ron and Fez show. Hanging out with you till 3 o'clock.
Pam Anderson, she has written the Postmaster General of the United States trying to stop KFC's request to get Colonel Sanders put on a U.S. postage stamp.
Now, normally I don't agree with the people, but why do we need to put a corporate logo on a postage stamp anyway?
I think with him, it's more of an American success story, where it's an actual person more than a corporate logo.
Yeah, but it's still a corporate logo. Like Orville Redenbacher, have you seen those spots? Even though Orville Redenbacher has died, they kept it going with some fake Orville Redenbacher out there.
Oh, that's bizarre. And I don't know. To me, it's like putting like Ray Kroc or Walt Disney on a postage stamp.
Exactly, corporate fucking logos.
Well, to me, it was just famous Americans. It didn't seem any different than like putting Ella Fitzgerald or somebody on a.
Well, one's an artist, and the other is a corporate entity. I think you don't see the difference between that.
I see the difference in that, but it just all seems like Americana to me. Like it's looking for American icons.
So you don't see the difference between Elvis and McDonald's. They're both the same.
No, I understand where one's a person and a singer, and the other one's a corporation, but they both are, truly American things.
Okay. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Jay's called back? All right, let's see what he's up to. Hey, Jay, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, I have my wife in the car, and I been telling her about the hypnosis when everybody was high.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, play that again. As a wedding gift.
Oh, it's a little wedding gift. All right, the way that this worked out, so Nikki can understand, is that the guys thought you were smoking really, really good pot, Fez?
Yeah, extremely strong, really good pot, and each puff that we took, each hit we took, made it even stronger.
So we got up to that place, and then I normally do what I do with my friends if we're gacked out. I always do that wait a minute, what's going on bit, and they kind of ran with it a little bit.
Right.
All right, so I'll put you on hold and you guys can listen, all right, Jay?
God bless. What a wedding gift.
All right, here you go.
This is just really weird.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Too much?
The room is like really wavy right now.
Yeah.
Can someone just look somewhere else? Give me some...
Does anybody want me to call the cops and make
No,
What's that?
Stop it!
All right.
Stop it!
All right.
Don't ruin my buzz.
Hey, could the asshole with the camera maybe turn it off?
This isn't funny anymore.
Could someone do something about that?
All right, 9,
I'm just trying to have a good...
1.
No.
What's wrong?
Don't.
Ryan,
get that.
What is wrong?
Someone unplug the phone.
This is fucked up.
All right, what's wrong?
This is really
What's
fucked
wrong?
up, man.
Settle him down. He needs to sit down.
If people keep fucking around here, and I hate to curse, because the children of America don't like it, if people keep messing around...
Who's fucking with you right now, Ryder?
Well, first of all, I think you are. There's a man with a camera. There's a couple cackling hyenas over there, and a small little Puerto Rican, and I did not see him when I came in.
This is weird, man.
Who's missing? Somebody was here before and they're gone.
Who went out the door?
Oh, no.
They're going to get him. They're going to get him.
They got him. I don't know.
They're going to get him.
Who has
they
him?
got him.
I don't know, but they're going to get him.
I don't know who it was, but I know they got him. Daddy.
Hey,
as soon as I snap my fingers, you're all glued
wait
to
a minute,
your seats.
What is, yeah,
glued to your
you can't glue your seats.
How are we going to leave?
But what's the story? Wait a minute. What's the story with Bronx Johnny?
What are you
Why?
looking
There's
at?
something about him that just doesn't seem right.
He's just staring us down. He's like staring right at us.
I mean,
he looks
You
so
know who
big
dressed
right
in
now.
black?
he seems undercover.
Yeah, he looks so big.
Are you a knock? I'm dead serious. That little get-up,
I know, it looks fake, doesn't it?
No.
It's a fake Bronx
Wait,
outfit.
we gotta
I have
let's get
television.
him out of
I
here.
watch Law and Order.
Where is Master Poe?
Yeah, get Master Poe to get him out of here.
There's something not right about this
Wait a minute, Master Poe looks like a cop.
Oh, no!
That's it with that.
Who's watching
That's
the
it with
fucking
that.
door? If
What
Poe's
is
in
going
here?
on?
Wait a minute,
Who's
seriously.
watching the door?
Who was here and who's left already?
I don't
Somebody
know.
Count heads.
There was
Somebody's
somebody
gone.
right here.
There was
Danny.
somebody there.
Danny.
Right here.
There's somebody
Danny.
gone. It's
That's
Danny.
fucking Danny.
Why is he dressed up
Why
like
the
this?
fuck would Danny leave?
And why is he dressed
Why
up
would
like
he go?
Look at his eyes.
What the
Look
fuck?
at his eyes.
I
Look
like
at
this.
his eyes.
I knew something was going down.
All right,
Look
wait
at
a
his
minute.
I can't even get out of my chair.
Don, do you hear some kind of creaks in the building? Like
Yeah, I do. I hear
What
something.
is
maybe
that?
there's something wrong with the building?
There is something wrong with this building.
We're not safe, man.
We are not safe.
This is like the Matrix when they fucking go in the walls.
Right.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, shit.
This
Check
is
those
taking a
windows.
weird
There's no way out.
I'm feeling
Matrix
a
vibe.
rumbling in the floor.
There's
Yeah,
a
me
problem.
too.
Like a
Oh,
psycho,
man.
Daddy.
I can't get out of my chair to get out of here.
What's wrong, Ryder?
This
It's like a cycle, Daddy. I know we're going
is
down.
really bad.
Oh my God, we're fucked. Like, we gotta get out of here.
I didn't think that the Ryder would be the first to break.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone keeps laughing.
Ryder, come on, man, I'm breaking up.
Man.
I can't get out of my chair.
I can't get out of my
Is
chair.
everyone still high?
Yeah.
There's
All right,
nowhere to go.
9,
But it's
1.
No,
What is it?
please.
You don't want a cop here?
No, I don't want a cop here.
Oh, no.
Come on.
What's
Come
wrong?
on, just get it back to normal.
I'm really,
I don't want it.
I'm really
Come on,
having trouble
man.
breathing.
What's
I don't
wrong?
want to be high.
I'm
no
having
more.
trouble breathing.
And I wish you would have stayed with it, Earl, because Fez's, your panic just made the whole bit have to stop.
Oh yeah, and I can just hearing it back, I totally go back to that panic.
What part was it that got to you? Cops or the cracking building?
The cracking building did it. I can guarantee you. I know exactly what it was. The cracking building and being up this high and just, I started rocking in my chair. I totally remember that, all of that.
You know, the Who's Missing was like a fucking true story I was in. Fucking gacked up one night with Schubert and Carl LeBeau and Mitchell Walters, Flathead, the whole fucking ugly crew. And everybody, you know, we got this fucking huge party package. We've already cemented the doors shut. We know we're not leaving until every fucking straw has been emptied. Everything seems like a good idea. And in the middle of it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Someone said the one thing of, who's missing? And of course, your mind immediately tries to fucking figure out who's missing. And you can't figure it out because no one is. And yet it feels like someone was just there before. Someone who's now spilling their guts.
Well, listen to that back. You could hear how Ron was in on the suggestion of if someone would say, this is really bad, and, you know, you would just agreeing with it, would take it up an entire another notch in your mind. I totally remember that.
When Pitsy is like, it's like the Matrix, and I'm going, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. For me, we did this one time with hypnosis, and one of the guys ran out of the fucking studio and hid in the sales department. We couldn't fucking find him.
He was bunkered down in a cubicle underneath the desk.
All right, so that's a little honeymoon present, Fez.
Ah, that's for the Moors.
Yeah, that's for Jay and Nick. I wish Jay would call Opie. I really do.
You know, it's...
Call.
It's easy enough to do.
It's like family. Call. Whatever happened, let's get it fixed.
And you know, if the call would just be made, it would be over like that.
Like that, Fez.
Whatever it was, it would everyone would start laughing and
Like
having
that.
fun.
Like that, it would be gone.
And it would be just done instantly.
I might go in tomorrow to O&A's show because they've got Ricky Gervais fucking booked. I love that guy. This is for you, Fez. I'm trying to put it in a way. This would be like for you hearing that the Blue Blazer fucking showed up somewhere.
Nice.
All right, who else is on there? Who else is booked?
Let's
on
see
their show
here.
tomorrow? Because I don't want to, you know, Opie said, yeah, come on in, but I don't feel like I want to be a fucking pain in their ass. There's always so many people hanging around.
Looks like they got a phoner scheduled with Mr. Edward Norton.
From the Honeymooners? I'd love to talk to him.
No, not that Ed Norton.
And Ed Norton does a lot of movies that he's calling those guys so much.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yes, you know that Orville Redenbacher? That's actually a computer-generated image.
It's
so like,
disgusting.
as a logo, it's actually all just fake.
It sounds creepy. It sounds like the Burger King ad.
Yeah, you look at him and it just
You know
sort of
what?
skeeves you out.
If you watch this commercial, Fez, you would long for the Burger King commercial. That's how creepy it is.
All right. It just...
So when you die of a heart attack, I'll still be able to have you in here one day as CGI. Which will really be the writer in the other room doing his impression. Oh, Fezzy. Oh, Fezzy.
Having some Murgatroyd. What was that impression of me that the writer was doing under hypnosis?
It was fucking dead on. It was literally dead on. Colin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, would you consider Dave Thomas, would he go on a stamp, or is he a corporate entity, too?
I think that they're corporate entities. I could understand someone going, it's a United States stamp. Why? First of all, I don't even know if anybody just fucking have a stamp. Why does it got to be all these faces?
Well, I just get the ones with the bald eagle on it.
That's fine.
Or the flag.
That's plenty. Oh, by the way, Fezzy, that's your people. Of course you're going to put that on your envelope.
Flag.
All right, I made a mistake.
A 29-year-old sex offender tried...
It's the L. That's what threw me off.
Yes, the L belongs in there. 29-year-old sex offender tried to enroll in an Arizona school posing as a 12-year-old boy.
And you're thinking, why did I wait? Why did I wait till the beard turned gray?
So, probably really bad idea. I mean, you must really want to get to some kids if you think you could pull this one off.
Well, apparently he had some guys that were faking being his grandparents that they thought he was 12 years old.
Yeah, these two older guys that,
they thought they were fucking a 12-year-old boy, and really they were banging a 29-year-old.
So even though...
How disappointing would that be?
So even though they thought they were molested, having sex with a 12-year-old boy, they still say, all right, we have nothing to do with this because he fooled us too. We were just having sex with him, but we thought he was really 12. The defense is just not holding up.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, have they broken any laws? They had sex with a 29-year-old man.
Yeah.
There's nothing against the law about that. So even though they thought they were being child molesters, they weren't.
Right, there they haven't broken the law. When it was falsifying the birth certificates and stuff to get this 29-year-old, 12-year-old in, that's where they got into trouble.
Believe me, I'll take those charges in a heartbeat. Give me any fucking charges but the kid touchers.
Here's the 29-year-old, a picture of him. I don't see how you're going to take him for 12 years old.
It's like if we took the Midnight Rider and tried to stick him in a charter school.
With the mask still on.
Steve, you're on Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hey, buddies.
Hey.
Hey, Earl Redenbacher's from Indiana. Not Indianapolis proper, but Indiana close by, so maybe popcorn be your Super Bowl food.
So it's going to be all Chicago shows food at my Super Bowl party, Fezzy, and then just some popcorn.
Yeah, corn is about all you can really do to represent Indiana.
And then the guy from Indianapolis calls and says, we have steak here. That is not known. No one town is known for steak.
Corn-fed steak.
But it's sad when your town is known for nothing. When you have no food that you've given back to the world. Like even your town, Fezzy, of Tampa. What have you given the world?
Grouper sandwich.
Thank you. You got grouper sandwich. You got something. Is it great? No. But it's yours. It's something you can give back. We have this. Gage, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey there, Ron and Fez. Yeah. The guy in Arizona, I happen to live in the same town as this whole thing went down, and they had him on the local news, and as well as the two guys that picked him up. He was evidently out of Oklahoma, and these two guys picked him up, and they were, because they had him on local news, they were honestly, truly shocked when they found out that he was not a 12-year-old boy.
Well, they were two old men, too. I guess when you're like in your late 60s, everybody looks like a kid to you. Yeah. Everybody's a whippersnapper.
You can't tell how old anyone is.
Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Now, listen, it's just like that the sex predator show. If this guy if they thought he was 12 and they screwed him, they could still be charged. Even though he's 29, because they thought in their mind what they were doing was a 12-year-old. And
but you know what? Yeah, but it wasn't a sting operation.
No, but it applies to the. I mean, there's obviously something wrong with these two.
Right. Right.
But I think that the law would still apply that where they would be guilty, because I mean, if it was a kid,
all right, so here's
way,
if they knew, here's the deal. If they knew he was 29, but they were playing some game that he was 12. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then they'd be fine. If they took him into town and they blew him on a jungle gym, but they knew he was actually 29, there you're fine. But what if you think something is wrong? See, now that I don't know if I got a problem with that or not, though.
It's very odd because there's no in that part of it. There's no victim. Same with like anyone that's trolling online and is talking to an FBI agent instead of an actual kid.
Well, there's plenty of crimes where there's no victim. Prostitution, there's no victim.
Oh, right, yeah.
And yet that's still a crime.
Right. But you don't need to have a victim for it to become a crime. Okay, I understand that.
Here is Daryl. Daryl, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, Indianapolis is the home of John Mellencamp. John Cougar Mellencamp.
I thought he was
Mellencamp Cougar.
I thought he was born in a small town, and I thought he was going to die in a small town.
I hope he dies in a small fucking town.
All right, peace. Well, I'm not going to eat John Cougar. Maybe I could have a Cougar sandwich. Here's Hilton. You're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Hilton. Oops, we lost you. There we go. Got you back. Go ahead, you're on Ron and Fez. Yeah, I'm not even going to try this anymore. It's driving me nuts. Let me go to AC. AC, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, you can get them two old men for conspiracy to commit a crime because they were planning on doing a little 12-year-old boy, even though it never turned out to be.
So it is a crime for you to sit around and think about doing a crime.
Right, well, it shows intent that they actually had someone there that...
So let's just say, Fez and I, we sit around, we start to going, I wonder if we could rob a bank. I think it would be great to rob a bank. At that point, we're already committing a crime.
Well, if you put plans in motion that you show the intent to rob a bank, like you drew up plans and maybe did some other minor misdemeanor in preparation to rob the bank.
So if we went and got plans for robbing the bank.
If we cased the joint?
Yeah, you case the joint, and, there's credible evidence. And then even then, it's just, there's, they can charge you with it. Not necessarily it'll stick or not. It's just depending. They had the option to charge them, I think, with conspiracy to, rape a 12-year-old or whatever they were doing.
All right, there you go. There you have it, Fez. Conspiracy. They're going to get the old guys for.
5 people were hospitalized after a man started shooting in a Denny's restaurant 2 a.m. Sunday morning in Kent, Washington.
Boy, this story pops up about, every 4 or 5 years? Now, I'm in a diner just the other night. I was really tired, late night, and 2 guys came in, and I thought to myself, these fuckers look like they're going to take the place down. And it was one of those deals, only one door. And I sat there and I got hit with that thing of, I got no fucking gun myself at this moment, and I feel like it's happening right now. But it didn't. It was just 2, big thugs who came in to have a little something to eat. But anytime that you're in a diner, and particularly some of these kind of fast food places, you have the feeling somebody could come in shooting. Because it's happened so many times.
Oh, totally, yeah. And it seems to happen a lot with Denny's, too. Apparently that late-night crowd really seems to come in wired when they're looking for eggs and bacon.
Well, yeah, sometimes with that, but a lot of those times it'll be guys who just walk in to shoot. They weren't caught up with everybody. They just came in there with the idea of shooting the place up.
Yeah, and this one, fortunately, no one died in this one. Usually they end up killing.
Here's Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Pretty good. How y'all?
Good.
I just going to call and comment on the conspiracy. It's not a crime to sit around and talk about doing a crime, but if they thought they were sleeping with a 12-year-old boy, then that's considered a crime in the law's eyes.
All right, so if you think you're doing something wrong, you are.
Whereas, like, with your method, if you thought you go in somewhere and I don't know how to put it with robbing something, it doesn't really work out that way, but if you thought you were robbing something, it turned out to be your friend's store and he set up a whole gag or something, I don't know, but...
All right, let me tell you a little thing. At one time, let's just say, I know somebody who got busted with angel dust. Now, the thing at the time, the cops did not know how to store the angel dust properly. This angel dust had to be kept in a certain way, which I don't even want to go through. So they just had it sitting out at room temperature it kind of lost all its potency. So then by the time it was tested, it did not even really test as a drug anymore. And this person got to walk.
Wow, that's interesting. I've never heard of that. That's amazing.
So that was not considered a crime because the drug turned out not to be a drug. Now, these guys didn't think, hey, we stored it wrong. They just went, oh, this fucking asshole went and got ripped off. He just had a bunch of fucking parsley. Not knowing, because they didn't keep it properly, it lost its potency.
See, the problem with the two old guys in this...
And that shit was fucking knick-knack. 2 fucking hits of it, your grandmother could put you up like a knick-knack and just have you sit there. Because you weren't moving. You were fucking staying knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. Luckily, the fucking cops in the roundhouse of Philly don't know their fucking ass from a hole in the ground. Go ahead, Fuzzy.
The problem with the two old guys in the 12-year-old case is they can say, hey, we thought he was a 12-year-old to get out of trouble for the things that happened with the school.
Fuck that. I'll take that fucking trouble any day. I'll take that trouble any day over being with somebody. Here's half a Hulk nut. You're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, man, these guys are full of shit. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I teach criminology, and there's 2 elements of a crime, the actus reus and the mens rea. And the actus reus is the guilty act, and the mens is being the guilty mind. And if they weren't sleeping with a little boy, there's no guilty act, and so there's no crime.
Nothing happened. Yeah. The only thing they're going to get these guys on is attempting to put a full-grown man into a school.
Yeah, because the 12-year-old they had obviously wasn't enough, and it was time to go fishing for some more.
Either that or they thought they had to get the guy into school.
Oh, that could be, where it's like, this looks too obvious. This our 12-year-old never does anything the other 12-year-olds do.
Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what you were just saying with that angel dust story, you can get arrested if you're trying to sell something that isn't really a drug. It's called bunking, and it's just as bad of a crime as selling a real drug.
I'm telling you right now, the story I tell everyone is true. Only the names and dates have been changed to protect the innocent. And a lot of times they feel like it's not fucking worth it. Now these guys, since they made the paper, they're worth it.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to get these guys because once you get your ass in the paper, then everybody wants a little fucking piece of you.
And they will get them on every little thing they can, from falsifying documents to child endangerment.
Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Your story about the diner reminded me of one of my favorite scenes from a movie, History of Violence, when those 2 guys come in and Vigo takes care of business.
You know, a very good fucking point. And, of course, you know, I mean, I'm in New York City. Occasionally a couple of nasty-looking characters are going to walk into a place. But there's one thing, and maybe it's because I was tired, I just got hit with the fucking paranoia of I got no fucking defense here, and there is... you know, as the Allman Brothers put it best, only one way out, brother. Ain't no way I'm walking down that door. You know why, Fez?
Why?
There's a man down there. He might be your man. I don't know.
Once the imagination starts down that road, it's really hard to dial it back, too.
Yeah, I know that. I saw you in here the other day having a panic attack and a crying jag. Made us cut down 2 sketches. 2 sketches have to be pulled because Fezzy can't keep them together.
I'm easily suggestible under hypnosis.
And life itself. Hey, Mark, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy? Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Look at that Dateline thing where that they catch the guy going to that house where he thinks he's going to meet a 12-year-old and screw them or touch. You know, he gets popped for that, and that person's not really 12 years old. So wouldn't it be intent? Yeah,
but that is a kind of a sting that's been set up by the police. It's not the same, I wouldn't think. Maybe I'm wrong there, but as if a cop just shows up somewhere and a guy thinks he's with an underage girl. Because all he's got to do is change his fucking story.
Yeah, with this story, I mean, the guys weren't, you know, online that we know of looking for 12-year-olds.
They already had them.
They didn't kidnap anybody.
They were pounding the hell out of him. But the guy was 29. They were off by 17 years.
Didn't they start to catch on when their 12-year-old had to shave twice a day?
I guess he didn't, though. You look at him, he is kind of a baby face.
He does have the baby face, but still, he does not look 12 years old.
I don't know. Earl, look at this white boy. You don't think he looks at least like a minor?
I like the fact that he's got a 12-year-old haircut.
Yeah, he could pass for a minor. Definitely pass for a minor.
Definitely. We can definitely get minors in here, Fez. We can definitely start working on that.
Earl's so turned on by this.
Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, John Cougar Mellencamp was born in Seymour, Indiana, 60 miles south, and it is a small town.
Thank you.
Of Indianapolis.
I mean, you're 60 miles away from something. You're somewhere else. You can't live 60 miles from New York City and say, oh, I live in New York. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez. Whoops, let me try again. Some mouse freezes. Dave, how are you, pal?
Hey, buddies. Back on that felony, I got arrested back in junior high school. I found some alfalfa growing in a field, and I dried it out in the oven, and I, bagged it up and made it look like weed. Got caught. They nailed my ass to the wall, man. I had a bunch of community service, paid a little fine and everything, man. They got me for a son.
Where do you live that this is a crime?
This is just north of Chicago.
Wow. North of Chicago, I thought that was fucking Canada.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They just,
Border Patrol got him.
Yeah, they nailed me, man. I mean, bad.
All right, peace, dude. Here's, let me go over here to DJ. DJ, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, that last guy that called and said he was in law enforcement was full of shit. It is the same as the Dateline thing because they have the intent of sleeping with 12-year-olds.
Well, the guy says he fucking teaches law. He's not law enforcement. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, born and raised in Ybor City, Florida. I moved up to Indianapolis about 3 years ago, and my wife was her and her family was like, you got to go to Indy during Christmas. So we went up there the first year, and Indianapolis has the world's largest Christmas tree downtown every year.
So I'll eat a Christmas tree on the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And also the restaurant's White Castle originated from the state of Indiana.
Thank you.
All right, White Castle's under a Christmas tree. It doesn't seem like much of a Super Bowl celebration.
I'm going to be fucking eating all Chicago food. Kurt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Chichester, class of 79.
What do you say, bro?
Hey, man. Hey, buddy of mine was picked up down in Wildwood and had a big bag of Black Beauties, and they thought they had him. Remember those?
Yeah. Sure fucking
they had him hammered to the wall, but as soon as they tested it and they found out it was just like sugar or whatever, they dropped everything.
Yeah. The cops will do that because what do they want to do? Fucking show up and try to prove their intent case?
Well, then it looks like they go in court. It looks like they get fooled by sugar or alfalfa leaves or whatever.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Let me go over here to Chris. Chris, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal?
Hey, doing good, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple things. First of all, there's a difference between soliciting and in actually performing the act. So, like, if you solicit a prostitute and a cop shows up at the door, you're still guilty for soliciting, for trying to get it. And the other thing is my in-laws are from Indiana, and I've got the Indiana state food. It is fucking salt. It doesn't matter if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They put a pound of salt per person on everything they eat. So Fezzy should not eat there because he'll just keel over from a heart attack.
All right, thank you very much. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, the caller with the talking about the Christmas tree in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's not a tree at all. It's our war memorial, and they have strings that go from the top, come down, gives the impression that's a Christmas tree, but it's not a tree at all.
So the guy who goes down every year and sits and looks at the beautiful Christmas tree is actually looking at a war memorial.
It's a war monument, yes. It's on Monument Circle, downtown Indianapolis.
All right, thank you very much. Let me just say something to the listeners, callers of this show. Do not set us off in the wrong direction. I don't care if you're from Ybor or not. Do not set us off to look like a couple of fucking hayseeds here. We're trying to work something out. We're not going to sit around and have a show that says, well, Indianapolis has the biggest Christmas tree of all time. Well, it's a monument.
That guy's getting really drunked up at the holidays if he thinks that thing's a tree.
Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
I'm okay, pal.
Just want to clear up some of the bogus stuff you guys have been talking about. I'm a law enforcement official, and
I got 2 radio shows.
Conspiracy is a crime, 2C5-2. It's actually, if you're in commission of trying to perpetrate a felony of first degree, you'd be charged second degree, which means that those guys actually did commit a crime and they couldn't be charged under New Jersey statute.
All right, so if they do this, is every state different, though, Joe?
Yeah, actually, every state is different. You got to just grab anybody in New Jersey, just grab 2C code. It's criminal code. Every state has their own code. You can look it up yourself. It would be second degree if murder, rape, sexual assault. Those are first degree crimes. So the commission of a conspiracy is just simply aiding or agreeing to aid someone in the commission of these acts. You would be charged in a second degree.
Thank you very much. So you better start and be very careful in your fantasy life. You know, you don't want to be sitting there with your girlfriend going, "Oh, what are you doing here, little girl? Oh, I'm the big bad wolf. What are you doing, little girl?" And next thing you know, the fucking cops kick in the door and you look like a maniac. You look like a kid toucher.
And apparently it's all just for pretend doesn't work. It's not going to work for these Arizona guys.
Well, we don't know. We have no idea. We haven't followed the story, and I guarantee you by tomorrow we'll forget all about it. Tomorrow will mean nothing at all to us, Fez. And we will be back here tomorrow right after O&A. You think I should come in early tomorrow and meet Ricky, Fez?
Yeah, I would.
I don't know. You know, I really like the guy, and then I meet him in real life. What if I don't? And then if I see him sit next to Anthony, to me it's going to look like John Lennon and Bob Dylan together. It can only go downhill from there. It can only be less than spectacular.
Maybe it could be great.
I like to keep people I like at a real distance.
Why is that?
Because when I meet them, because it's like a Fez thing. They just let me down. All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow. You got anything you need to plug, Fez?
No, I think I'm cool here.
That's the end of my show. Donk.
Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of. Satellite's gone way up to Mars. Soon it'll be filled with parking cars. I watched it for a little while. I love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of. I've been told that you've been bold with Harry, Mark, and John. Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday through Thursday with Harry, Mark, and John. Satellites gone up to the skies. Things like that drive me out of my mind. I watched it for a little while. I love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of. Satellite
Pennington, Fez Watley, The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.